Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Ruiz, Michelle, glad to see you. Uh, hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a great Christmas because the next time we talk will be after Christmas, after today. Uh, It'll be before New Year's. I'm still working on what to do. I have decided, I don't know if I mentioned this last week or not, I'm going to quit work in early April. I'll have to extend my uh, well, I won't likely be signing a lease. It'll be month to month, but I'll have to make it March and April, which means each month my rent will go up. But that's better than like signing a year's lease, which is what I'd have to do to keep that from happening. So then, after I get done in April, I'm going to sell all my furniture, and then I'll go back to Indiana, visit my sisters. I got two sisters still living. They both live in Indiana. So I'll go back and visit them along with a bunch of cousins. Then I'll come back to New York and visit my nephew and hopefully my brother in law. The reason why I say hopefully my brother in law, he's in the hospital right now. He had some trouble yesterday and they had to take him to the hospital. And so I'll find out more later, but right now, uh, best I know is he's in the hospital and they're watching over him there. So we're waiting on that. Merry Christmas, Lorraine, and thank you for sharing. And but like I said, so I still plan on leaving at the end of May or the 1st of June. I have to look into that a little more, probably sometime next month. See when the most affordable time for me to go, the cheapest time, whatever you want to call it. Uh, I'm going to fly. My plan is to fly directly into Cebu, which means I'll have to fly from JFK to somewhere, uh, maybe like Taiwan or Hong Kong or something like that, and then get a direct flight out of there into Cebu. And that's my plan. So I'll be looking for the cheapest way to do that. But I shouldn't say the cheapest because I don't plan on flying economy. I want an upgrade over that so they have an upgraded economy. It's a little higher upgrade over a regular economy, which used to be, I think it was like coach, economy, business. Now it's economy and whatever they call that upgrade, but it's still economy. And then it's business and then first class. Well, I'm not flying first class. I can guarantee you that's too expensive for my blood. Uh, and I don't plan on flying business, but I may have to fly that way. And I might be able to do it at a little lower rate because of being a senior. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Thanks for coming. And oh, by the way, in case y'all don't know it, Michelle had her birthday this week. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or today there in the Philippines. But so we want to wish her a happy birthday. Now, my oldest sister's still living. Her birthday's Monday, which is the 22nd. I forgot to send her a birthday card, but I will call her and talk to her. Um, I, she'll be understanding about that. I have to call. I sent her a Christmas card. I just didn't send her a birthday card. Um, Things have been a little out of whack here recently, so she'll understand. When I go back to Indiana, that's who I'll stay with. While I'm in Indiana, I'll stay with this sister. If I ever wanted to move back to Indiana, I could stay with her till I found my own place. She'd put up with me for a few months. She'd gladly do that. Uh, hey, Jaylin, how you doing, Jillian? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, so if I butcher it, forgive me. Uh, so yeah, right now we're just still getting all that stuff done. And like I said, I found out today that my brother-in-law, my oldest sister's husband. My oldest sister, the one that died back in August, her husband had to go to the hospital. Her youngest son texted me to let me know, sent me a message. And so I did, hey, Mike and Jen, how y'all doing? So I didn't want to call him because I figured he's with his dad because he's the one been kind of looking out for his dad. So I called my niece, my oldest nephew's wife, to find out what was going on. And for some reason, she wasn't able to talk on the phone, but she was able to text. I don't know if she was in church or traveling. I really don't know. But she texted me and asked me what I was wanting. I told her what I heard about John, and she asked me if I'd called Tim. I said no. He sent me a text. So the only thing I know is he's in the hospital, and so she informed me what was going on. And so yeah, Michelle, like I said, in case you stepped out for a minute, happy birthday. I'm glad your birthday. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, everybody. So I'm waiting to hear about my brother-in-law. Hopefully he'll make a quick recovery. Like I said, my sister and brother-in-law have been together would have been 59 years this month. So, I mean, they've been together for a very long time. They started dating, what was that, in 64 or, no, it had to have been 66 and got married in 66. They only dated for a few months before they got married. And like I said, they've been together 59 years, so it kind of worked out for them. You can't say anything negative about it. I mean, it worked out. Not a problem, Michelle. I hope you have a good time. I hope you do something. Christina, how you doing? Thanks for coming. So yeah, right now I still trying to get everything together for my trip, buying the stuff that I want to take with me, going through the stuff, and I slowly going through the stuff that I don't want to take and getting rid of it. There's some things I want to. There's some pictures I'm going to take, and then there's some pictures I won't take. Some of them that I won't take, I have the negatives for them, and I'll have that put on a flash drive. And so I won't have to take those pictures. I'll have them with me on flash drives. There are some other pictures I don't have that way, but I won't take them. You can't take everything. You got to cut back. I won't probably take any of my movies. I won't take any of my books. So I'll be getting rid of all that stuff. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, man? So you're in Tarlac, huh? Well, good. I was just saying, I'm still working on getting everything straightened out on my going. Next month, I'll start looking into flights. Tuesday or Wednesdays, what day? Usually it's Tuesday or Wednesdays, the cheapest day to fly. And then I'll have to look at which week is going to be cheaper, the end of May or the first of June. Also, like I said, I'm looking at trying to make no more than 2 stops on the way over. I prefer if I can make just one. I'd love to fly directly from JFK to somewhere where I can catch a flight directly from there to Cebu. I may not be able to do that. Hopefully, I don't have to make more than 2 stops because I do not want to go through Manila. Maybe I don't think I would mind it as if I'm doing going from local to local uh, terminals, airport terminals, doing but going from a national terminal to a local terminal in Manila, I hear is a really tough thing to go through. It's uh, a lot of hassle to change locations to get to where you got to go. Uh, Whereas if I fly into Cebu, which is where I'm ended up at, even if I'll just leave out the national, the international terminal. So it's not going to be a problem that way. So yeah, uh, so I got to look into how many stops, how much it's going to cost me, and like I said, I'm not planning on going economy, so I got to see what the next level up and maybe business class, what those would cost me. The reason for that is, well, as you all know, or at least I've told you all, if you follow my vlogs or look at me, I'm not a small person as far as weight goes, which means I'm not short, narrow. I'm not like a typical Filipino or Filipina. I'm not small. Uh, I'm not all that tall. I'm only like 5'8", whatever that equates into centimeters. But I'm only about 5'8", but I weigh quite a bit. So I want a little bit better, comfortable seat. Where economy things are a little tighter. The leg room I'm not worried about. I'm very short legged, so I'm not too worried about leg room. It's the width of the chair or the seat, however you want to say it, and the accessibility of getting in and out. So that I have to look into that stuff. And like I said, I'll probably start that sometime next month and try to book my tickets at least 2 months in advance, maybe three. So once I book my tickets, I will let you all know when I'm leaving or about the time I'm leaving. I may not say exact, but well, I probably will because I don't have some girl wanting to meet me there at the airport because I'm a single man and plan on staying single for a while, if not my life. I don't know, but I'm not planning on trying to meet somebody right away. Like I said, I prefer to find where I want to live first, and I do want to get that work done, and that's why I'm going to start in Cebu. Also, why I plan on staying in Cebu for 3 or 4 months, just to get that work done and not have to rush it. Uh, and I will check out other places whether I decide Cebu's right for me or not. I will go to Dumaguete in Valencia area. I'll go to Davao. I'll go to Iloilo. I'll go to Leyte. I'll go to Luzon. Uh, Different areas in those areas. And like I said, those will be uh, places I'll visit whether or not I know where I want to live. Those are places I want to see. And I'll meet up with some of you guys when I go, whoever happens to live in the area that I'm going to. We'll try to meet up. I'm getting I don't know the term you call it, but I'm getting the gifts together. Uh, I've got two of the gifts already bought. Uh, I am looking to get three more gifts, and those will be easy for me to get. Uh, the ones I got now are the ones that were harder to get for me. So anyway, I will be meeting up with as many of you as I can. Uh, well, we will do something. I mean, whether it's just a meetup or whether we get something to eat. Uh, that will depend on how many people I'm meeting up with because I cannot afford to feed a whole bunch of people. I'm a poor boy once I quit working. Right now, I'm doing fairly well, but I work. I'm still working, well, 40 hours a week, but I only get paid for 38 because I have to take a half hour off each day. And I only go 4 days. It's 4 10s. I have to take a half hour off without pay, so I get paid for 9.5. So that's 38 hours a week. I make this decent hourly wage. I have made more at a couple different job sites, but that's all right. But so, like I said, I'm looking forward to retiring. I've been working since I off and on since I was 15 years old. Uh, but if you add it all together and took out the times I was off, instead of being, what's that, 57 years, it'd probably be closer to 50 years. Because there was a time when I was in college, I didn't work. I just went to school. Uh, some people call that work, but you don't get paid for it, and the government doesn't count it as working. So we have to do that. There was other times where I was out of work for a while in between jobs. So somewhere it was over 50, but I don't. Uh, Probably somewhere around 53 years or so when you add it all up together. And I'm tired of working. Let's just be honest about it. Now, there were times I worked just one job. There's other times I worked three. Now, when I worked three, one usually was full time, the other two were part time. And that kept me quite busy. But I was a person that was not good with money. I spent almost all the money I made, and in some occasions more than I made. And so I had to pay that back. It took me a long time to get my spending under control. It still gets out of a little bit of control, but I can afford it now where I can, if a bill comes in, I can pay the whole bill. Uh, and the stuff I'm spending on is stuff I want to take to the Philippines with me, whether it's stuff for me or whether it's gifts. That's what I'm spending my money on. Uh, so I don't mind that. Like I said, I know it's a tradition in the Philippines, and I wish to honor that tradition. And like I said, here in the States, it's not so much a tradition. Now, if you're going to a party uh, or dinner, or somebody invites you to dinner, it's polite to take something. But if you're just getting together to visit and have a meal together somewhere else, uh, you don't do that. But like I said, especially among good friends, you just don't do it. Uh, they don't expect you to bring something to their place, and you don't expect them to bring something to you. Now you give each other gifts for your birthdays or Christmas, but when you're just getting together now, come on over. We got plenty to eat. That's the way it goes. But that's all right. Everybody has their own tradition. I'm sure there's people here in the states that if they go over, they take something every time. If you come over, they expect you to bring something. Uh, Hopefully, if that's the case, when I go somewhere, they let me know because I'm not of the tradition of taking something. Now, like I said, if it's a party, I might take something for the party, like maybe a snack or maybe some kind of drink some people can have, uh, something like that. But usually, it's not just for the host; it's usually for everybody. When you go to something like that here, so it just you know. Now, as you can see, right now I have only the one. I forgot to do this, so I only have the one uh, 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 live stream going instead of the two. I uh, I forgot to do that earlier, but that's because I wasn't real happy the way the other was going. It's not something I enjoyed. I don't know if any of you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know. We can always go back to it. But I like being able to have one screen, and I'm not distracted because uh, all the chat shows up on both on everything. If I do two different types of live stream, then I got to have what one stream is going to have it on one phone, another stream is going to have it on the other, and then usually it combines it on my computer or my laptop. But it's kind of a distraction to me. I know it wouldn't be to you because you're not dealing with that. I'm the one dealing with it, and like I said, but if it works better for you, we'll do it. And I'll just quit looking at my phones and just do it here. And so anyway, that's what's going on. Jerry or anybody else that wants to come up, Michelle, you're welcome to come up. Anybody. that happens to be a member, you're more than welcome to come up. And so, I'm happy to have guests. As you all know, I enjoy that. But like I said, you'll know for sure that I'm there in the Philippines when I say guess where I'm at. That'll be my first live stream. I plan on having it the first Saturday, Sunday morning. Saturday. I'm so used to doing it Saturday. I'll have to do it on the Sunday morning, my first Sunday morning there. But that's going to depend on how bad the flight kicks my backside. I understand, Jerry. Now, if you don't want to do this on data. I don't know how well that would work coming up if you were on data. So, yeah, I bought my locks for my luggage, the TSA approved locks. So if they need to get into it, they have a key that'll let them in, and so they won't have to cut my lock or anything like that. So that's what I've got. I just got the keys to that today. That's one thing I got today. I got the locks the other day, and I was having trouble with them, but I did get the keys today. I didn't get the keys when I ordered them. I should have. But I've got the suitcases already. I've got them set up. And the keys are in case you forget your combination. You can still get in. The keys will let you in without a combination. I have the locks, the luggage set up on combination. But I still got some more stuff coming. Like I said, the stuff I ordered for gifts, they haven't got here yet. They won't get here till after Christmas, which is fine. I don't need them till next year anyway. I went ahead and got them now, so I don't have to worry about it later. There's like 3 others, but those are going to be very simple for me to get. Matter of fact, I got that notion what I'm going to get. It's kind of a playoff of what Jerry did. It's a little bit different than what Jerry did, but it's a playoff of it. I'll say that. I believe that, Jerry. Yeah. Like I said, remember now, I started following YouTubers back around 2017. And I found guys, some YouTubers in the Philippines and then in Thailand. I can't remember who I found first. There was 20 Seconds in Thailand Rob, and there was Ricky from Life Beyond the Sea. And one of those two I found first, the other one I found second. And I started following, and I decided, well, those are the 2 places I was most interested in. Thailand at that time, Thailand and the Philippines. So every time I would add a vlogger, either in the Philippines or Thailand, I'd add one from the other group because I wanted to keep them equal, so I can get a bigger, broader view of what goes on in those countries. Not only the immigration side of it, but like you said, daily life. And then after a while, I decided, well, the tourist and visa and the staying legal was much simpler in the Philippines than it was in Thailand. Plus, it's a lot easier to get around without a guide or a partner who speaks the language in the Philippines than it was in Thailand. Now, Thailand, you can do it in cities like Bangkok or Chiang Mai or any really heavy tourist areas, because you find people easy to speak English there. Whereas in the Philippines, you can go anywhere and find somebody that speaks English. Now, it may be the younger ones that you have to talk with, because a language is like any other skill. The less you use it, the more you lose it. So you learn English. I can believe that, Jerry. But like I said, if you don't use English, as much, if you've been out of high school or college, don't use it very often. Eventually, you lose it. And but you go there, the kids in high school, or if there's a college around, a lot of the college kids will still speak English because it's a language they're learning in school. So you can find somebody to help you if you need directions or need some information. Where in the Philippines, like I said, in Thailand, like I said, unless you're in the tourist areas, that may not be the case. Uh, so I found that, and like I said, uh, another positive about the Philippines is my experience with Filipinos when I was in the Navy. Like I said, I worked with a bunch of Filipinos. Dan, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. Like I said, I worked with a bunch of Filipinos in the Navy, and I got to know some of their families, and it was a very good experience, which is a plus on wanting to go to the Philippines. So, like I said, you start adding everything up, the ease of the visa, how long you can stay on a tourist visa, the language barrier, the friendliness of the people, my experience with people from the countries, just made it an easy choice for me. Like I said, I can travel around the Philippines. I can read the road signs. I can find someone to ask questions to if I need to, no matter where I'm at. Uh, and like I said, the prior experiences with the Filipino people that I knew in the military, all that made it an easy choice to go to the Philippines. Uh, Now, you might say, well, the cost of living. Well, the cost of living I can afford in either place. I can afford to live in Thailand. I can afford to live in the Philippines. I could probably afford to live in Vietnam and a couple other countries. But like I said, all the positives, all the positive, you can add up all the positives in each country. The Philippines positive outweighs everybody else. Uh, so that's why I'm going to the Philippines. It's simple enough. And I look forward to it. I look forward to meeting a lot of you that are in this chat. I'll get together with Dan and Mad Minnie sometime, whether it's in Bye Bye or somewhere else in Leyte, or whether it's in Cebu or somewhere else in the Philippines. We'll get together. Hey Tim, how you doing? Now with Tim, I plan on trying to meet Tim whenever I decide to go visit Angeles or Clark. That's the area he lives in. So I'd like to go see that, especially at Clark. It's supposed to be building up, but it might be affordable. And that's what I look at. I mean, what's affordable? Most affordable for me. Uh, so yeah, I know that's probably going to be a drawback in Cebu. It's probably going to be cost. Uh, but that's all right. I mean, like I said, I'll deal with the cost for a few months while I'm trying to get that taken care of, and then and then who knows? It might be affordable for me in Cebu too. I don't know until I try it. Now, I'm not going to live in what they call the bubble. I can't afford the bubble. Now, for those of you who don't know what the bubble is, that's the most expensive area for people to live in. It's where there's a lot of expats. The cost of rent, condos and apartments, or whatever you want to call them, is a lot higher in the bubble. It's a place like IT Park or IT Business Park. It's where a lot of the you got higher end uh, everything pretty much. You got the higher end hotels and condos. You got the better internet. Uh, Everything's geared more towards uh, well the business world and expats. And a lot of the expats there have more money, so they spend more money. I'm not one of those people. I've looked at some of their condos or the studios even, and yeah, that's for what you get and what you're paying for it, I could move back to Indiana and live that like that on what they're charging. I maybe even live cheaper in Indiana than what they're charging as far as condos go. But Madeline, how you doing? I don't know. Let me see something here. Oh, Madeline, how you doing? Madeline, hey, man. Been a while since she's been up. Been a while since I've seen her. But thank you. Let me give you I know who you are, so let me give you a blue jacket. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Now, Madeline, just to let you know, if you want to advertise your channel, all you got to do is type in LLL, and my Nightbot will drop your link for you, or you can drop it yourself. No, you got the blue jacket. So, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Like I was telling everybody, I'm not sure how much you know, Madeline. I haven't seen you in a while, but I plan on moving to the Philippines next May or June. Towards the end of May, 1st of June. It won't be any more than the first. The latest will be the first week of June. You're more than welcome, Madeline. But like I said, the latest will be the first week of June. It may be earlier. I'm retired in the first or second week of April. I'm leaning towards the first week of April. Although, and then try to sell everything I have off, except for my car. I'll use it for going back to Indiana to visit my family, coming back to New York to see my nephew and my friends here, and then sell my car and leave from here. So that's the way I'm planning on it. That's the way it should go. But yeah, Jerry's still having a great vacation over there in the Philippines. And he coming back. Jerry, do you get back before or after New Year's? I'm pretty sure you're still there through Christmas. But I'm not sure if you get back before New Year's. So you'll have to let us know. Yeah. Plug it up again. But that happens when I set too long. Let me turn this fan on. If you can hear the fan, let me know and I'll turn it off. But yeah, so like I said, we still working on everything, getting everything ready. I know my passport straightened out. I got the most of the presents I wanted about done. Oh, we got Dan coming up. Hey, Dan.
Hey, there I am. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad.
All right.
So how you doing?
We're doing good. It's a Sunday here. We got a two-man crew that showed up that want to do some finished work so they can earn a little bit of money on a Sunday. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, this close to Christmas, if you got family, you want to give them a nice Christmas. Now, see, I have no children, so therefore I have no grandchildren. I don't worry about my nephews and my nieces. I just send them gift cards. Here's the money.
Right.
Knock yourself out. you know.
That's what I do too. I'm lazy, very lazy.
Well,
I'm
when
not as
they were
lazy as you
younger,
though, Larry.
when they were younger, I knew what they wanted. One was into dragons. So you could get him dragons or dinosaurs, and he was happy as all get out.
Yeah.
Then later on, they were into Star Wars. So I bought the Star War book, all 6 of them, gave 3 to one, 3 to the other, so they could exchange them back and forth and read the books. And then as
Who's
they got
talking
older,
about?
when they got into computer games, you buy a computer games, guess what? Somebody else bought the same game. So it's like, all right, so you don't have to save you the trouble of having to take the game back. Here's money. go buy the game nobody bought you, or the game you want that nobody bought you.
There you
And
go.
I do the same thing for their birthdays. I say give them the same amount for each, same amount for Christmas, same amount for their birthdays. And I treat my one friend. Remember, I got a female friend that I've known for, 35 years or thereabout. We've been good friends, college days. And I treat her daughter the same as I do my nieces and nephews. And so, it's just that simple. But yeah, like I said, I'm not even going to say how much money I spent this month on Amazon. Oh God. And that's not their gift cards. I paid separately for that. But oh God. I looked
I'm
at that
gonna
bill.
do the same thing. I haven't done any Christmas shopping, but I'll just send virtual gift cards on Christmas Eve, something like that.
I'll have to do that when I get to the Philippines. But right now I
Yeah.
can still send the cards. And
Right. So
all right.
who all was talking about Starlux Airlines?
I talked about it a little bit. I don't know if anybody else did.
Oh, we're probably going to be taking Starlux when we head back to the States,
Now,
because we want to do one ways. We want to do we're going to do Cebu to Taiwan, Taiwan to something. It's so difficult to get to Guam. I've been talking about Guam a little bit. I'd like to go there. Somebody just went to Guam. Who did that? One of the YouTubers.
Mike.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on with him anyway? What's going on? Something's going on with him. Is he going through some kind of second midlife crisis?
He could be. Who knows?
Yeah, but Guam is worth a couple of days visit, and I was trying to figure out a way to go to. I think you have to take if you want to go to Guam, they're starting up, or they already started up service from Cebu. Now that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's only a 4-hour trek direct to Guam. The problem is you got to figure out a way to get from Guam to Taipei. And you can only do that through United Airlines, I think, or one of the other Asian airlines. But the problem is they charge you a fortune to get off the island of Guam to get to Taipei. As much as it costs as much to do that run as it would a round trip plane ticket all the way through to Los Angeles. I mean, it doesn't make any dang sense.
Oh no.
We're trying to figure it out because I wanted to do some island hopping. Minnie wants to do some island hopping, but we can't figure it out without it costing us a fortune. Yeah. So it probably won't happen.
I'm gonna say you can ask Mike.
Thing is, Mike probably did round trip from Cebu.
Yeah.
So, and that's cheap. That's cheap. $400 or $500. Boom. You're there to Guam in 4 hours. Come back. Boom.
Well, what you can do is go to Guam, back to Cebu, and then take a flight out of Cebu.
Oh, now that might be an idea, except I want to
round trip and then take a direct flight out of Cebu somewhere else.
Taipei. You can go Starlux. See, the beautiful thing about Starlux is it drops us right on my mom's front porch. That's why I like it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you can do a round trip to Cebu, to Guam.
Yeah.
And then wherever you want to go, just take another flight wherever you want to go. I mean, like let's say you wanted to go to Vietnam instead of back home. You can just
that would be an $800 detour. I might do this in a series of one-way flights, though. It's a nice idea. I haven't thought of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But well, to me, I got to think of these things because right now I'm trying to get into Cebu, and I don't know if I'm going to have to fly to LA, then over to Taiwan, then to Cebu, or can I fly out of JFK to maybe Taiwan or Hong Kong, then into Cebu?
Yeah, I think you're going to fly out of the. Why don't you go visit your family and then fly out of the Midwest, Chicago?
Well, I'm keeping my car, and it's going to be licensed in New York, and I want to come back and visit my family back. I got family back here too. Not where I'm at right now. I
Yeah.
got family up in Batavia, New York.
See, if you go to Chicago, you could grab a direct flight.
To Cebu?
Yeah, you get a direct flight from to Manila.
No. I'm avoiding Manila. No. I'm not going
Well, I'll
through
bet
Manila.
you. Yeah, so you get Philippine. I think you get Philippine Airline out of Chicago, but it goes to Manila, and then you
I
have a
do not want to
layover
go through
there.
Manila. I
Yeah.
don't want to go from the international terminal in Manila
Otherwise,
to the
if you want to go the New York route, you're going to go New York to London, and then
I'm
you're
not going
going
to
London.
London. So, like I
You're
said,
going
I'm
London,
not
Dubai, and Dubai to Taiwan.
London. From what I understand, the UK and London, especially, is starting wanting to start charging, even if you don't, even for a layover, they want to charge you to land there and leave.
Oh yeah. I read that somewhere. Yeah, I read that.
I did too,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
not happening. So if I would
yeah.
rather fly to LA out of JFK and then home.
Another idea, you know what another idea is? Check out, I mean, I would be like checking out from Toronto, from Montreal, from
Well,
Vancouver. I would be checking all that stuff out.
might even be Boston.
Yeah. Boston too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Logan Airport.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check out all those places. Like I said, that's what I got to start doing next month, and then find out what day to leave. Like, let's say the last week of May is cheaper than the first week of June. Then I'm leaving the last week of May. See what I'm saying? I got to find out what week and what day is going to be the cheaper day to leave. Now I won't leave more than uh, a week or two left in May. I believe it'll either be the last week of May or the first week of June is what I'm thinking, and I'll go whichever one is going to be cheaper. Unless the week before the last week of May is a lot cheaper.
I think last time Minnie and I visited mom and stuff, we have to cover both Southern California and Northern California, which, as you know, Larry, they're not next to each other.
No.
They're-
No, wait a minute. Now you're talking San Diego and San
yeah, we're
Francisco?
talking. We're talking from San Diego to all the way north. I mean, you're talking a 10 hours worth of flight time. You know.
I don't know about 10 hours worth of flight time, but you're talking about 10 hours worth of drive time, if
Yeah.
not more.
You're probably talking. Well, let's see. From LA. Well, from San Diego to Sacramento is an hour and a half, something like that.
I drove from San Diego up to Ventura. I want to say
Yeah, that's
Ventura.
it. Right. You're right. It's probably a little bit longer than a 10-hour drive if you wanted to go all the way to the Oregon border.
Yeah.
You wanted to go border to border from south to north. You probably can do it in 18 hours or something like that.
I had a friend when I was in the Navy. He was going to go home, and another buddy went with me. Now, we stopped off in L.A. His mom either owned a bar or she was a manager of a bar. I was 21. I can't remember if the other guys were, but I know the guy whose mother run it wasn't 21, but she let us come in and sit down. She wouldn't serve anybody that wasn't 21, but we was able to go in. I was 21 because I had a car. I never had a car in the Navy until after I was 21. So I was 21, not quite 22 yet. And we drove the guy up to Ventura. Then we turned around and drove back. Just as three of us went up and two of us came back. So that was a good little trip.
Well, you know, Southwest in California is having that $59 sale. So if I could time it right, Meanie and I can fly into LAX, or Ontario's where we're flying into, Ontario, California. That's where Starlux flies in. That's a little bit easier to get to mom's house from there.
Yeah.
Maybe I could talk to somebody, one of the family members into picking us up. And then we'll go spend a week there, 10 days, and then move up north. We'll take probably Southwest Airlines. And then if we wanted to save money on the Starlux round trip, then we will bring the plane back to Los Angeles and then grab the plane out of Ontario, heading back to Taipei. So it goes Cebu, Taipei, Taipei, LAX,
Yeah. Well,
or
like I said,
Taipei, SFO, something like that.
I'll look into flying out of Buffalo, flying out of Albany, flying out of JFK, flying out of Boston, and see what the best route is. Because maybe flying from Albany to Chicago, then out, might not be so bad.
You know what I'm thinking of too? What I just thought of? You might be able to get a deal on Singapore Airlines,
All right.
and then avoid the stops and go direct to Singapore.
Yeah, like I said, I'll look at that. I mean,
Yeah.
if I can get Singapore and JFK, because I can take. They got a shuttle bus from Albany Airport that takes you down to JFK. You don't have to fly. It's like $80, and they transport you by bus down.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna have to leave early, so you have to leave later because you got to. Takes like 4 hours, so you want to leave 6 hours before your flight in case anything goes wrong. Maybe 7 hours before your flight. And like I said, 4 hours will be on the bus.
You
and
know
just
what?
2 hours.
I was just thinking I would do that for the adventure. I would do Singapore Airlines because they're flying the Airbus 380.
Yeah.
They got to be doing a direct flight out of New York.
I'll have to check into that and see if I can get to Singapore, then a direct flight into Cebu. Because I want to.
Yeah, I bet you can do it. I bet you you can do it.
Like I said, I want to avoid Manila this trip. Now I will go to Manila. I mean, I may even fly into Manila, but I'll fly in from Cebu to Manila.
Right, domestic flight.
And Crystal says,
I would never go. Listen, I'm with you. I never go in. We try never to go in there. We'll go to Clark. I'll tell you what, we go to Clark from Cebu, and then if we have any reason to want to go to Manila, we take a bus.
Yeah.
We go over to SM Mall and we go over there to the Clark Mall, and then we just grab the bus to Manila, to Cubao or the airport, and then we pay the guy a few bucks and he drops us off wherever we want. Pasay,
I'll give you a second. Hey, Hannah, I'm sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I did see you, but I was talking with Dan, didn't want to interrupt it. Now, Dan, what I'm saying is, I don't know if I'd mind Manila as a local flight, like Cebu to Manila. I'm not sure. But everything I've heard about Manila airport, it's a madhouse. I hear it's the worst airport in Asia. If not more than just Asia.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't want that hassle.
Clark is a beautiful airport. Clark is so easy peasy to move around.
Yeah. Like I said, though, Clark or Cebu, I want one of those two direct flight in. And I prefer Cebu because, let's be honest about it, after that long flight, the quicker I'm done and into my room, the happier I'm going to be.
Oh, it's a piece of cake. The only problem is, as they switch over in Taipei over to that 320 Airbus, and that does the milk run every day. There's several flights, and so and plus when you're flying over the coastline, coming in from Taipei to Cebu, you get the turbulence, and sometimes that could be a little bit scary, But if you're used to flying, you know what I mean. But you have to put up with people pulling out their rosaries and praying to God and all that other stuff. It scares me. That scares me more than the actual turbulence. I'll actually tell them, put the rosary away. God has no plans for you to visit. Not today, anyway.
God doesn't want to see me today, so just put that rosary away.
Put the rosary away, please. Yeah. You're scaring the passengers.
But like I said, I was watching. Was it Marty?
Yeah.
The one that's no longer vlogging. It was either him or another guy, but I want to say it was Martin. He was talking about how he made his reservation for the hotel. Then he realized, wait a minute, that's an American time. It's going to be a different day in the Philippines. And he was able to get a hold of the reservation people. They let him change it without a cost. You know, it
I'd
didn't
love
cost
to be
me
able
very
to
much.
tell you that that hasn't happened to me before, but it's happened to me at least twice.
I'm going to say though,
Yeah.
I would have never have thought of that. I might have done the same thing, even though I
Yeah.
know there's a 12-hour difference because you're not thinking about it.
Right. Right.
You know, so it's like, oh, okay, that yeah, I can. I started thinking, I can see myself doing that, but I would rather pay for an extra day than have to wait a day to get into the place. You know, but
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing that Minnie and I are trying to work out. You know, I was telling her, I said, well, let's just take our time getting there. Let's go. Let's decide if we want to spend a few 3 days in Taipei or go and see Tim and have a chance to share a meal with Tim and Clark. So I'm thinking that we'll probably this makes Starlux almost like the perfect carrier if you want to kind of like, you know, kind of like hop, you know, from one airport to the other, because Starlux picks up in Cebu, they'll take you to Clark, they'll take you to Manila if you want to, and then from Clark you can go Taipei. Taipei you can hang around there, and then you can
yeah,
go to. And Philippine Airline, it's more difficult to arrange that. Not only more difficult, but it's more expensive. We could show up in Cebu at the ticket office, and they could arrange everything for us. They have done that before.
yeah.
But when we did our little trek to over to Thailand and then back to Cambodia, they did a really good job setting it all up. But it's a might bit more expensive doing it that way. And Starlux just doesn't get excited about that stuff. They
Uh,
realize people want to, especially when you're in Taiwan. If you tell them you want to spend 3 days in there, they're going to make it happen because that's their home base.
now Tim's asking me if I use Messenger. If you're talking about Facebook Messenger, I have communicated via text with Elvie on Facebook Messenger.
LV, the big winner of the pig.
Yeah, and she's starting her 33rd chapter. She
Yeah,
just had
that's what
her.
I hear. Yeah.
She just
Happy
had her birthday.
birthday to you. Where is she? Is she live right now?
I don't know. She may be.
Yeah.
Uh, I just, sometimes I'll check after I get done with my live stream. And like I said, I got to. I think I might have said it before you got on here that my first live stream in the Philippines on Saturday. I go, no, it's got to be Sunday morning now. I got to remember I'm going to be in the Philippines. Will be guess where I'm at.
You
And
know, I was so surprised. I was so shocked when LV won the pig. I was really sweating it. I had Google AI all set up. I was going to put in the numbers. I was going to put in the timeline. And then I'm looking down I'm working my list backwards from the most recent to the newest. And I get down there and I see LV's name at her entry at 6:02 p.m. And I'd even mentioned it on the live stream. I said, LV, it's too late now. What are you doing guessing so early? I believe I said that on the live stream because she was like one of the first of 2 or 3 people to make her entry before I stuffed the pig for the last time. And then I looked down there and it was boom. She hit it damn near on the money. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was so happy for her, and also yet so grateful that I didn't have to do any homework, that I didn't have to plug in numbers and timelines in order to get the winner.
now, once I make my decision on
Yeah.
what I'm going over, I'm going to need to get with you and find out
Sure,
how I
sure,
can
of
get
course. Of course, I'll
so,
show you where all the bodies are buried. I'll
well,
show you where they cremate all the expats.
the body that I want is the place to stay.
Yeah,
That 18, I
we'll
think
go
it's
over
18.
that.
I'll need that information so I can get a hold of there and set up.
Hey, Larry, you know what I wanted to mention? But I wanted to mention a little bit about. Have you seen those reaction YouTube videos where they're talking about, why are expats leaving the Philippines in droves, right?
Yeah, I've
So,
seen
and they
that.
go, yeah, so I go into immigration, right? I go into the website to see if they track that. I find out they do, and that it could not be further from the truth. I mean, it was anecdotal. I look around Bye Bye and I see all the people showing up from all over the place. And I go, how could it be that, how could it be that people are fleeing the Philippines? And then I discover through the immigration numbers, the data that they collect, that no, they're not leaving. They're flocking here. They're coming in here as fast as they possibly can.
Well,
And I'm like, man, I got to do a video on this. I'll do clickbait though.
yeah.
I'll put the question up there. Why are foreigners fleeing the Philippines in droves? And then I'll just get on there and I'll do a 17-second video saying, well, turns out they're not. I'll see if I can get a few thousand views out of that.
Well, one of the reasons I think they're going to the Philippines in droves, whether it's permanently or just to visit, is not only the affordability but the ease of entrance.
Oh, I know. I know.
A clean record from Canada, the United States, Britain, Australia. You got a 20-day on arrival without, boom. And then if you want to extend, you extend. Where some of these other countries, after a month or so, out you go. And then
you probably have already talked about this. You probably know this, but if you go to the embassy in advance, the consulate near you, which I don't know if they have one in. Where is it? New York City?
There might be one in Buffalo, but I think it's
or Albany.
The embassy. I think
if you go and apply in advance, you can get 60 days on arrival.
I did not know that. I got to go down.
Yeah, there's something I could share. You actually can go and apply, and you can get the 60-day visa before you even come to the Philippines. Right. It's the same visa. It's a tourist visa, and then once you come here, you renew.
Yeah, but I'd have to know what day I'm going, right, to get it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're gonna want to see probably your plane ticket already.
That's what I said. So that I can't do till probably February or March.
Right. Or maybe not. You have to call them and ask them. Maybe they'll tell you, oh yeah, we'll give you 60-day leeway, either direction, coming and going. Yeah, you got to call them and ask them. Get all the details about that.
Yeah, I'll have to find out. I don't know.
I think it works the same. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of Thailand. Yeah. Thailand's turning into a visa nightmare and a banking nightmare.
That's one of the reasons I decided against Thailand. Not the banking nightmare, because I decided before it became a banking nightmare. But it was a visa. The
watching
visa
all the videos
But it was a visa and the lack of being able to move around freely anywhere by myself. Because you go to some area over there.
It can be intimidating at first, but you learn how everything works pretty quickly.
No, I'm talking about you go into some areas, there's not going to be anybody that speaks English, or very few.
Well, that never stopped.
The tourist areas, I'd have no problem.
Shanghai,
Bangkok, no problem whatsoever. But is that the only places I want to go?
It's not as big of a barrier as you might think, but I think that you made a good point about there is a difference. There is a huge difference. It isn't language for us. It really has to do with the genuine. Sometimes sometimes of late, especially our last trip, they seemed might bit more obvious that they were being friendly so they could extract money out of your pocket, which is basically the tourism industry anywhere in the world. But they do it with such finesse in the Philippines, that's the whole thing. And they do it in English. That is true. But we really didn't run into any kind of communication barriers when we were there.
Well, like I said, though, you take the Philippines, all the roadsides are in English. They're not in Thailand. The ease of movement is
they are actually. Most of the road signs are actually in English in Thailand. They put them in both languages.
Do they?
Yeah. Yes.
When I was following the vloggers,
even at the airport,
in Thai.
Everywhere. Yeah, and now Russian's starting to show up.
All right, but like I said, I still, I'm sorry, I just feel better about the Philippines.
No, of course, it's the special relationship, the historical relationship the United States has with the Philippines. It's a no-brainer, really. I mean, people. They act so weird in those expat community forums. it's like they've never been here before, for crying out loud,
I'm gonna, I gotta respond to something that Tim says here. He says,
Okay.
Dan, I told Larry to talk to you about Starlux. Then he goes, one-way flights are expensive. I'll tell you the truth, Tim. If I can
Yeah.
find a two-way flight, round trip flight cheaper than a one-way flight, I'll pay for the round trip because it
Yeah.
saves me money if it's cheaper than a one-way, even if I throw that away.
Well, it all depends on what you're doing. For example, when Minnie and I, so here's how we did it last time. So we
got
fly
retro
into
coming up.
LA. We flew into LA on a one-way ticket from Starlux, right? Or a Philippine airline, I'm sorry, because we had points. What? Retro Scorpion is in the house. It's been such a long time, my brother. How are you?
Lazy Lily, Dan the man. How you guys doing? It's been a while.
Forget all that other stuff we were talking about. Retro, what do you got to share with us? Do you got something new?
I'm sorry, man. I didn't prep. I was expecting you guys to be on here tonight. I haven't seen him live.
I'm on here every retro. I'm on here every Saturday night.
Oh, it must be not.
And
Christ, I haven't gotten the notifications lately, but now I just got one. I'm like, what?
I start during the winter months when we change the clocks. I start at 7. During the summer months when we don't change the clocks, I start at 8.
That
Because I keep the time the same in the Philippines.
See, I see now. But dude, I'll tell you what's different. I've lost a ton of weight over the course of the months.
Yeah, you're looking good, my brother. You're looking good.
Or is that just
Nope.
Okay, just the way the headphones were.
Nope.
But what retro do you have to share today? That's the thing that I'm at. What do you have to share?
Do I have anything to share?
And Crystal says,
yeah,
hi,
don't
retro.
you have something that's retro to share?
Hello, Crystal. How you doing? Good gravy.
An old Big Mac toy, an old Burger King toy,
See, Dan knows me too well.
Happy Meal,
Craig, how
a Barbie doll from the 1960s.
Hold on, I gotta think what I haven't shown you guys on my head because it's been so long I can't even freaking remember the list.
Well, just show us whatever you got. It's been so long, nobody's gonna remember.
Yeah, we'll enjoy it, I'm sure.
Valid point. So I guess I got a couple of things.
Hey, while we're at it, Larry, well, having retro here, it's kind of retro, isn't it?
Hey, it's Bob.
It's very retro having retro here.
Look,
whoa.
His name's Bob. I call him Bob. His name's Bob.
That's cool. Was that a toy in a Happy Meal?
I think like so. Well, not Happy Meal, but I believe this was from Burger King, but still. Shit.
Oh, that was a Burger King. That's so cool.
Yeah, he's one of the mascots of my channel. He sits there. His name is Bob. I call him Bob. Bob.
Now,
beautiful.
Now, you do know that I'm planning on moving to the Philippines next year, right?
Yes, I remember that at least.
Okay, well, I'm going in either the end of May or the 1st of June.
We'll miss you, buddy. Don't forget to write.
Well, I'll be on
YouTube still. Don't forget to write.
I'll write by doing YouTube.
Wait, if he's going to the Philippines, is that closer to North Pole maybe? If he moves there, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look at a map for this one.
Well, like I said, I'm going to retire at the probably the 1st or 2nd week of April.
Well, regardless, and
I'm selling everything I own.
I am happy I got to see you. I haven't seen you guys in God.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm going to sell everything I own.
Nice to see you too, Retro. Really.
I'm not taking with me.
Yeah, and then speaking of retro stuff, the last Burger King watch I showed you guys was the Simpson one. Throughout the course of a year, I got another one.
Hey, you know something? You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see one of those original Seiko calculator watches if you ever run into one of those.
No, that'll be one that my old man friend this house has, but I don't have one yet.
That was the coolest thing. All it did was calculate.
I have a old school Cartman plush my mom gave me recently. But hey, what better way to start off things with something else? Yoink.
Oh, South Park.
Now, I know this isn't the original, but if anyone can name what kind of sword this is, you've earned your place in the Retroverse.
Oh, wait, what is that? Where did that come from? He-Man?
Yep. By the power of the Retroverse. I have the power!
He-Man.
Someone's gonna get the. Anyone want pork chops? I'm sure I can chop some porks like this.
I never did. He-Man came out when I was a little older, so I didn't watch a lot of them.
That's okay. I'll go.
Do you have any Speed Racer stuff? Retro, do you have any Speed Racer stuff?
I used to have like a DVD, but no actual like toy based stuff. I don't even know where that Speed Racer disc went. I'm pretty sure it got lost in the void somewhere.
I'm a little older than Speed Racer.
Dude, come to think of it, there was a
How
newer
about
version.
Flintstones?
Don't get me started on Flintstones. Mom says, Zach, try this. It tastes like a Flintstone environment. I'm like, why are you saying it to me like it's edible like candy? And she said she gave me like this little antacid. It was for my stomach. It's similar to Tom's. And she's like, here, try it. Taste like Flintstone. I'm like, why are you saying that? Like it's
I like your background. I like your background, Retro.
Yeah, that's for the Christmas scene. You should have seen my
Here you go.
stuff. Y'all missed it for Retroween. At least some of you did. I don't know if there's anyone that was present during Retroween this year. But let me tell you something. Retroween this year was great. And we are now in the season on my channel known as Nostalgia Miss. But sorry, what were you saying? Sorry, I got carried away. Ooh, now that is some festive stuff right there. You see that tree there, though? The one, my tree?
And thanks, Tim. So
Well, is that from Charlie Brown? Is that the Charlie Brown Christmas tree?
I wish. But no, that came from my the neighbors' kids. They gave that to me last Christmas.
Oh, ho, ho.
Green giant. Yeah,
There you go.
I think I already showed you Lazy Larry the two other gifts those kids gave me, the two mugs. Well, the past year I told the kids, I'm like, yeah, I appreciate all the mugs, kids, but I don't think I need any more mugs. And they're like, well, what else can we get? I'm like, I'll show you a thing of something. I told them, if you can't find anything, don't give me any. It's fine. I'm just happy to make you kids happy on Christmas. Well, sure enough, close to Christmas said, here, we got a Christmas tree for you. I'm like, now they're going all out.
I agree with you, Tim. I mean, yeah, Tim, I don't want to go through Manila. I've heard it's the worst.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
heard.
well, you know.
Like
No
I said,
airport.
Potato.
Or Clark.
I don't hate Manila that much, you know.
The
I hate
airport,
the taxi
I'm not gonna
drivers.
deal with it.
I hate the taxi drivers in Manila.
I'm going to have to shield this if it's going to give you PTSD because that was another
Speaking
thing.
of taxis, I see your taxi sign behind you, Retro.
And that was another recent pickup. It wasn't a pickup. It used to belong to my old housemate, my adopted brother. He used to be a taxi driver.
Oh, I'd love to have it.
And he was gonna throw it out. I'm like, hell no, you're not gonna throw it. He's like, what are you gonna do?
Does it light up? Does it light up?
No, not anymore. Yeah, well, I don't think it ever lit up. I think it was just the kind you stick on the top of your vehicle. But I've heard from some friends on YouTube, I said, if I take the bomb out and stick some lights in there, it'd be look nice. I just said, you have to find that proper light to put in there.
You mean you can convert your car
Well, my
over to a
Christmas
taxi?
tree-
Well, no, it's one of those types of things. You know how some taxi or stuff that's brand new, you can just stick on the top of your vehicle for service vehicle reasons? That's the same way. It's got magnet on the bottom.
That was a gift.
It's a
There's no
choo-choo.
cookies in it, Larry. There's no cookies inside.
No,
That's
they're not.
because Larry ate all the cookies in the cookie jar. Naughty boy, you.
Somebody had to do it. I'm the only one here.
I mean, okay, bad.
I can't blame anybody else.
I mean, Dan, how can you argue with that logic, eh?
Oh, exactly.
I got my nutcracker.
Listen, I didn't know we were going to go there today, Larry.
And I'll be cracking no chestnuts here today. Not mine, for the matter.
Why the Christmas
I
nutcracker?
did not know we were going there today. I really didn't. I would have come prepared. I would have come prepared.
Bring
Get
me
that
my-
thing.
in the
Get
name
that
of-
thing away from me. Get
In
that
the-
thing away from me.
In the name of King Julian from Madagascar, bring me my nuts on a silver platter. I missed you guys.
That's
so much.
fun. How much fun we're having all of a sudden.
It's fun. It's fun. So
Yeah.
much fun. I'm not going this. Oh wait. Now I'm
Well,
adding
you
on.
know,
Now I'm adding on to the
throwing Christmas
chaos.
stuff.
Christmas tree, the sackcloth, the stuff like perfect. You know, I was telling a friend, like, Zach, we're gonna get lit on Christmas. We're gonna get lit, and I held up a flashlight. I'm like, no, not that kind of lit. They're like, we're gonna mess shit. They're like, we're gonna mess stuff up in our legal name. As I draw my sword, I'm like, they're like, no, not that kind of mess. I'm like, you should mess.
Uh-oh.
You said mess things up, and by things I mean people, right? And he's like, no. I was like, no, it's not that kind of party. I'm like, damn.
That's a mighty sword you have there, Retro.
Yep. And it used to light up. I don't know if it's still wait, let me see.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, of course.
some of the stuff I was buying.
Tim. They do, Tim. They do fly to Clark.
Sorry, trying to get this.
Yeah.
Nope, it's their batteries.
Dan, this is one of the things I bought this month.
Oh,
Oh, my-
GoPro.
It's a action. It's a DJI Action 5.
Promote that. I was gonna say action figure. I was about to start fanboying.
Well, the Action 6 is the newest one, but so this is a little cheaper.
That reminds me, there was a variant.
That's one of the things I bought for my trip.
Hey, Leslie, speaking of you guys talking Speed Racer, there was a variant, a version of Speed Racer on Nickelodeon or Nicktoons channel back in the day of my 2000s. And you know how in the classic Speed Racer they had the car, the Mach 5?
Oh,
Well-
yeah, the Mach 5. Yeah.
Yeah, well, in this newer Speed Racer in the 2000s via Nicktoons, they call it the Mach 6. And some guy says, that's like Mach 5 plus 1. And I thought about that when I watched the classic for the. I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like,
Hey, guys, hold
the
on a minute.
guy from the newer one was kind of pulling an Easter egg there.
I just noticed that. Hold up a minute. I just
Hold on.
noticed that Hannah has 1,960 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to Hannah, let's go ahead and get her to 2,000 if we can.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Hey, there was a remake. That's right. There was a remake of Speed Racer, wasn't there?
There was a remake movie, and I think there was a newer variant on Nicktoons.
You know, it
was a live action-
it depressed me.
live
I didn't
action.
watch it. You know, I watched a little bit of it and I was like, it ain't the same.
You know, I think that way when I go to the supermarket and see kids' cuisine on the shelves.
Mhm.
What they've done to them.
What about the robot? What wasn't there a robot?
Robot. I'm thinking-
Yeah, there was a big robot also that used to pair Speed Racer up with a robot cartoon. I can't think of the name of it.
Christ.
Wasn't there a robot named Gigantor? Gigantor.
Hold on.
Gigantor.
Hold on. By the power of Google, I have the power. Give me a sec.
Bigger than big.
Gigantor.
Something like that. Bigger than big. Bigger than life. Da 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 da
What
da.
about the what the ones that
hold on.
the Transformers?
No, he is right. It's straight up Gigantor. That's the name of the series. It's a TV series that came out in 1964.
Gigantor. Gigantor.
Jim, you're right. They don't show up on Google flights. You have to go to their site to find them. You go to the website to find Starlux.
You
They
know,
don't show up
Dan.
on Google.
You know, Dan
Yeah.
Lee, there was a funny bit I was talking to a friend about. I'm like, I asked, I says, what would you do if you saw me on classic Disney Channel going, Hi, I'm Retro Scorpion. You're watching Disney Channel.
Hey, Retro, you know what? I bet you could find, I'll bet you, I think you just came up with $1 million idea. I will bet you could do a retro, you could introduce the old copyright free cartoons, like old episodes that they're not copywritten. You could introduce them and play them on your live stream.
Like, hold on to
You
your
mean-
seats, boys and girls. Mighty
Yeah.
Mouse is here.
Exactly, something
Yeah.
like that,
It's funny you say that the way you just did. Like, there's no need for underdog is here. I was just playing a game with somebody, and I got spooked because one of my teammates popped right in front of me. I'm like, dude, you scared me. He's like, there's no need to fear, buddy. Your teammate's here. I'm like,
But
Nothing to fear. Your teammate is here.
and it's funny you say like
Mighty
classic.
Mouse was one of the cartoons I watched as a kid.
I watched that through Merry Melodies, an episode of Mighty Mouse.
You know what you
There's-
could do, Retro? You could do your own retro, use AI and develop your own cartoon series and
You know-
make it look totally and completely retro.
Well, I don't know about that yet, but you do have an idea there, don't you, Betta? It's funny because I made a video clipping recently, and I made it so it looks kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon. And it's called Retroverse XL in Airplane Antics, and it's called the real name of it, which I'm gonna switch later. It's just clip from my gameplay, but we were pulling some cartoonized style stuff, like the kind of stuff you would see in a funny cartoon. And it's called Retro and the Fellow Fortniters in Airplane Antics.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun name. Also,
Yeah.
did you insert sound bites? Like when people run, you have the cartoon running, the cartoon running sound bite. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
I love using that one. I love using the running.
Hey,
Yeah.
God plan, how you doing, man?
It's
I
funny.
love it.
It's funny because I'd use most of my cartoonized sounds through my YouTube shorts. Hey, speaking of new features, did you guys hear about this new feature on YouTube Shorts and stuff where you can change the set language auto dub? I've seen.
I heard. Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, if you go to one of my videos, I actually screen recorded a video where I changed the auto dub. It actually shows my voice in the actual language. It's not even just subtitles. It's not even just subtitles. They AI generate your voice into like speaking the actual language.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Can you imagine me speaking Japanese?
I don't know, bud. Can you imagine me speaking French? Because I've had several people look at that and they're like, dude, Retro's attractive when he speaks French.
I'm
like,
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm like, excuse me. I didn't know.
I am gonna check that out for sure. I'm gonna
Listen,
check that out.
I didn't know how attractive I was until I reacted to myself speaking French in an AI form. I'm like, dude.
Why, you didn't know how attractive you are? You're very photogenic.
Vocally, I mean.
You're very photogenic.
I'm just saying. I don't think I talk attractive. I don't think I'm a camera by words.
As they say in the Philippines,
Retro,
don't be
there's nothing
shy.
attractive about me.
Don't be shy, Retro. Don't be shy.
Hey, you keep that mouth away from the camera, boy. Look at me.
Oh my gosh.
Nickelodeon. Shiitake mushrooms. You know what? Lazily, would you allow me to share screen? I'll actually play the video where I was talking a language, maybe.
Yeah.
Would you consent to that? Because I want to kind of
Larry, let's see the video.
not for the sake of my own videos, but for the sake of knowledge of this new auto dub feature. If that
I
makes
want to
sense.
see the video.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a video where I actually can select auto dub. And then I'm going to share it to you guys, select it to my French one. Okay,
Oh, that would be so cool.
I'm setting it. Hold on. And of course, I got to share it through here. Just give me a sec. I don't use StreamYard much anymore. That's the problem. I'm usually not paneling anymore. That's part of it that gets me. All right, here we go. I'm going to share the tab of where my YouTube short is. It's already been set to auto dub. Let me know when you get that, buddy. All right, everyone ready? I would ask if it. Well, we have to. It's not a share all thing. So okay, here we go. Okay, is it set? Do we have it set? Good. Okay, so before I start, y'all can see where my mouse is. You see these 3 dots? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
click, and it's got this new auto track feature, and that's the auto dub. And watch,
Yeah.
it's now for clarity. This is my original, which is English.
You know those times.
Okay, so that's my English. You should know. Watch what happens when I set to French. Okay, set to French and roll the clip.
Vous savez, c'est le moment où vous allez à un cours de lycée, puis vous asseyez là, puis vous rentrez chez vous, et disons que vous jouez en collaboration avec quelqu'un en ligne, quelqu'un tue quelqu'un, et puis dans le jeu, et puis vous savez que nous gagnons l'équipe, et puis vous regardez les scores, ou quelque chose.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
Now tell me.
So
Okay.
as you all know, last stream, Cosmo came in.
So as you all know, last stream Cosmo came
And
in
here's
my
the mess
chat
that-
and said, "Hey, you can switch language."
Here's the broken part about the auto dub thing that I didn't realize recently, because I can actually set to English without it being my voice at all. Like, watch this. This is not my voice, and for whatever reason, AI did this. So, we all know what I sound like too.
So as you all know, last stream, Cosmo came in my chat and said, "Hey, you can switch languages of your videos to Autodeck." I'm like, "All right, so it's subtitles." I bet. Looked like no, the AI generate your voice into like a language. So
Oh my
please
gosh,
stand by
that's
and
amazing.
start.
That
I
is
don't know.
amazing.
You know, I'm
That
gonna
is friggin' amazing.
You know what's even worse than this is that when I put that form of English auto dub on there, I sound like a gosh darn Gigi Chad. Like some guy that's actually a bodybuilder that every woman is attracted to.
So
Mas-
as you all know,
they put me on like a masculine spectrum here. But yeah, okay.
Okay.
Hold on, I just want to make sure. Did they set the auto dub this one? I've also noticed that some videos can't like select auto dub. That's the other weird part about it, is only certain videos can have auto dub selected. And it's weird.
Wow, that's weird.
Because here you don't get auto generated. You can select it, but it's still not
Okay.
remain the same. But yet you go up here. Stop. No, not that one either. Oh wait, it's further down, isn't it? I keep forgetting my placement of my videos. You go down, like look, and then you have auto dub here. See, here you have and here's the creative part. You can select it to like German, which my family is part German from my dad's side. You have Indonesian, Italian, even wait, did someone say Japanese? Here, watch. Up.
高校の授業に行って座って家に帰って例えばオンラインで誰かとコラボプレイをしている時のことありますよね。誰かがキルを取ってゲーム内ではチームが勝ったって分かってるのに
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
But yes,
I'm gonna
this
have
is
a
now
blast playing
thing.
around with
This is
that.
Now a thing.
I'm gonna do an AI
Richard, you
generated
just created a
anime speak in
Wait, who created a
Japanese.
monster? Said it.
You
Hold on.
did, Retro. You just created a monster.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Damn, they're the real Frankensteins in this one. This time it's not me, and I will admit that most of the time it's me that causes the chaos. But this time you cannot say it's me.
Ah.
Blame BoobTube. Blame the YouTube. This is
That
their
is so
fault.
much
But you're the
fun.
one that introduced him to it.
My gosh.
Listen,
Retro, Retro, thanks so much for showing us that. I'm gonna go use it.
You know who's
Matt-
the one you should? Hey, you know who's the one you should really thank? You probably don't know him yet, but it's my friend Cosmo and YT. He's the one that told me about him. he texted me. He's like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. I'm like, well, there are a lot of things I don't believe that have already happened, but still, try me. He told me. I'm like, what? I looked. I'm like, what? And he goes, no, for real though. I'm like, and he shows me.
Wow.
I'm like, and I try. I'm like, the first language I pick is French because my family is French Canadian. Graham's last name is Legendre. So I looked up. I'm like, all right, let's see how this goes. Click, press play. I'm like, huh, okay. So that's the funny part. And then I decided that everyone keeps saying that I sound like an Italian mobster, so I chose the Italian language. And then, boy, was I surprised.
Larry, are you frozen? Are you frozen?
No. My nephew, I mentioned earlier that my oldest brother-in-law is in the hospital.
You're
And my nephew just texted me, so I'm answering him back.
Okay, yeah.
I thought something was going on with you. I was about ready to call 911.
911. Sorry, I can't help it. There's a stream. Well, not a streamer. He's a guy I watch. He's from Mexico. He's a Mexican, and he always says, "What do you do in a situation like this?" 911. 911. I'm like, oh hell no.
Hey, they're starting to implement the 911 system here. You know,
Oh.
good luck with that, Philippines.
In the Philippines.
So now if we have an emergency, you know, we just dial 911.
You know, it's even worse than that situation. Local town where I originated from in the state, Farmington. They don't have their own. They don't even have a fire department at all. No medical station, no fire department. The only thing they have is the police. That, you know what that means? It means any kind of like fire department response or EMTs that they need have to come all the way up from here where I'm from, all the way down there to Farmington. And I look at that, I'm like, y'all just couldn't bear to have a fire department, could you? Y'all just thought, oh, let's put a little sandwich shop here, let's put a pub here, and we'll be good, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
y'all forgot the two key pieces to the puzzle: fire department and the hospice care, aka the ambulance. What is wrong with y'all?
Fire department.
Oh yeah, you forget. You know,
Hello, is this the fire department?
well, you know what? I do have something new I gotta tell you guys.
Hello?
Oh, y'all ain't ready for this.
Well, in case you guys didn't notice it, Tim Dizziak says, I have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw. Did you do a short video on that? It was a crack up.
No,
I was laughing.
I can actually say I have a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but it's not here. It's in my mom's storage. She's the one that has it.
Yeah.
We actually do have the one that like has the one ornament dangling over like this, but my mother has it in storage someplace.
So you know, the Philippines, they start celebrating Christmas way early, and so I'm kind of ready for it to be done with, you know.
I mean,
but they'll carry it into January, into February if they can.
Hold on, Dan. In their defense, don't you think it's no different here in the States? Everyone be selling the Christmas products prior, anyways.
Well, they used to.
Well, we got
Thanksgiving. Now they start after Halloween.
We just roll into the different holidays in the States. We just roll into the next one.
Oh,
you know, we got to make sure we have one per month or two per month so we can keep making money. That's how we do in the States.
You know,
Halloween, Christmas. We got the 4th of July. We got Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandmother's Day, Grandfather's Day. We got a day for your newborn baby. We got a day.
When's Larry Lee's Day?
That's what I'm saying.
I
we got Veterans Day.
Wouldn't that be your birthday anyways?
Yeah, but I should have a whole month. I'm so good.
Yeah, Lazy Larry deserves it. Hey, Mr. President, where's Larry Lee's own national holiday? Give this man sorry.
And anybody named Larry Lee should get the day off with pay.
I think Lazy Larry deserves a national holiday. He is, as we say, a national treasure. So
All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go this morning. Speaking of shopping, I gotta go shopping.
All right. Thanks for coming
We
up.
got a store. We got a store selling cheap Chinese stuff going out of business. I want to make sure I get over there so I could buy all of our faucets and plumbing stuff that we need for the house next door that we're
Hey,
building. So
before
I
you
want to make
go,
sure it's 50% off.
look at the coffee creamer.
What?
Yeah, we have Home Alone style coffee creamer that they're selling at the surplus. This one was last season's.
I got some Coke bottles over here. Hang on.
That's a coffee creamer bottle, isn't it? Coffee creamer.
Both of them are.
Both of them are.
Mm.
Both of them are.
You know what's even more Americanized here? That makes me wonder. My grandpa told me about it, and don't leave. This will be the last thing I show you.
Retro, I have to go. You're gonna have to take it over.
Ice cream.
This is a Coca-Cola bottle
See,
from 2015, bottled in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
and the reason for that is,
Oh, that's a lot
you
of
can't see it
Coke.
on that side. It has to be this side. The Coke bottle, the
Yep.
Hourglass Coke bottle,
Mhm.
was invented in Terre Haute, Indiana,
You know,
Back in-
guys,
back in 1915.
guys, I might have to tap in on this. Lee, were you here when I got the other Coke thing, the tray? You don't remember? Do you guys remember if I showed you guys my?
I remember you showing me one Coke tray, but I don't know which one.
Okay, sit tight. I do
Well,
know I have. I swear. Oh, it's over here. Hold on. We're doing Coke.
I just put those bottles back up. I didn't want to keep them here at the table. I don't know what I'm going to do with those because I'm sure not taking those to the Philippines.
That's an asshole.
I'd
Sorry.
be afraid they'd break and get everything all sticky.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a 6-pack unopened.
At Christmas. I think I'm gonna win this year's ugly sweater competition. This one's beautiful. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, wait. Look at that. Okay. I'm struggling to put my hat on.
I can show you how I can improve my looks. The old Santa cat.
Boink. Okay, for validation.
I haven't seen that one, no.
Okay, I didn't think it did. This was one of my things my mom found for me. Well, actually, her coworker found it and then said, "Come on," he said, "Would you like this?" She's like, "No, but I have someone that will like it." He points at my mom and goes, your son Zach, all right?" And she's like, "Yep." He's like, "Well, he's gonna have another Christmas present." I'm like, "Not just another Christmas present. This is good for bringing up my dinners from downstairs." But to add on to it, I also got from my mother. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
And a Coke glass.
I got a mug my nephew made for me that's a Coke mug. Big old red, which says Coke on it.
He made you it, or did you?
He made it.
Wow. Do you have it with you, or is it like somewhere special? Do you not want to show it because it's personal, which is fine? It's just, you know. I already told us, so. Okay, while he does that, guys,
here
I
it
need.
is. No, that's not it.
Huh, Lee, how convenient. It's right there on the shelf, huh?
No,
Oh,
I
what?
thought it was, but it's not.
Oh, well, how about that? Oh, no. Oh, while he does that, I'm going to crack some ice cream sundae A&W and put in my Coke glass because we're doing this. I hear a lot of clinking and clanking around, which means he's looking.
You'd be,
What?
you'd be surprised how many mugs and coffee cups I have.
Oh, there's the one you were. Wow, he did really. He made that? Like,
Yeah,
that's one of those clay pot techniques, right? The one where you take the clay and like.
it's one of those ceramic ones.
Yeah, we
We
used
went to a
to.
place that as a hobby and
Yeah,
made that.
yeah.
But now
Wait.
this has nothing to do with Christmas. But this is a mug I plan on trying to take with me.
Oh, sorry. What is that? Hold
It
on.
says, I have the vocabulary of a well-educated sailor.
Oh my God, my mom would salute you on that one.
I do have the vocabulary of a well-educated sailor.
Well, look at my sign over here. It says sarcasm. One of the main services I offer. Is it I offer? Yeah, one of the main services I offer.
So I will try to
Right
take
below
that
the-
one with me.
Right below the
think I'll
taxi
take any of the
sign.
others.
Right
Oh,
below
I
my.
I got a dozen or more cups.
Right below the taxi sign is my other sign. Hold on. I can pull it off. Hey, Lee.
Sarcasm, one of the many services offered. There you go.
I offer, yes. I sent my mom the picture of this, and I bought this off of Temu. My mom and grandma like to shop there, and I told her, I says, I want to find something funny to put on my wall. She says, look through Temu and I'll buy it for you. I'm like, okay. So I sent her this, a picture that she's like, oh, 100%, we get you that. I'm like, I knew she could resist a little sarcasm sign. So that, well, bent, but, put that right in here, and it fits perfectly. On my candy, the actual store. Yeah, Lee, you remember when I showed you guys my candy display shelf, at least, right? I think you guys. No, I'm not going to deal with that right now. Put that back when I have time. But yeah, you remember the candy display shelf? I think that's how I showed you guys that when I first became a part of your community.
Probably, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the first things I mentioned was the little candy display shelf. It was back when the other neighbor was across the street and he was getting rid of his stuff out of the basement. So, yeah. But Lee, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. I freaking missed you. And I'm kind of stunned I didn't know you've been going live. I just feel bad that YouTube hasn't been voluntarily sending me notifications. I'm like, dude, I rang his bell. What the heck?
I go live. Now, I didn't in September because at the end of August, two of my sisters passed away.
Aw, sorry.
My
buddy.
oldest sister and my second to the oldest sister both passed within 2 days of each other.
Aw, sorry,
And so in
buddy.
September, I was at funerals. The first week, first two live streams in September.
Well, if it makes you feel better, 2 years prior, around this time, I lost my father.
Yeah.
My
This has been a rough year for my family. My mother passed away in March.
Oh no!
Yeah, she was 99.
Well, there you go. She lives a good life. You can't be too upset.
And then my
She
oldest
lived a
sister
long
passed
life.
away. She was 82.
Yeah.
And my next to the oldest sister was 77.
Damn.
But I still have two sisters still. I lost all my brothers years ago and my father.
Sorry, buddy.
But,
Well, the thing, it's a bit touchy about my father in a sense around the family because this is a guy I only met once when I was 2, and I was trying to get a hold of him, get contacted, get close. And just when I was getting really close to meeting him at all, homeboy got cancer and died.
Yeah.
And the thing that made me cry the most that night is that Dad's last wish was to talk to me one last time, either over the phone or on video chat.
Well, my dad died at 61.
He wanted to see
years
me
ago.
at least one more time before he went, and he didn't even get that. So,
And then my older brother died at 37. And my younger brother passed away at 56.
yeah, sorry to hear that.
And I'm
man.
72, so I've outlived all, But my grandfather, my mom's father, he lived to be 92. His dad lived to be about 92 or so. And her older brother lived to be about 92.
Real quick, speaking of people up there in age, Dick Van Dyke just turned 100, I heard.
Yes, he did. He just turned 100.
And that boy is still a goofy brother. He's pretty
Yeah.
good at what he does.
Yeah, he's 100 years old. Just turned 100 years old.
Dude, I remember as a child owning the VHS of Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Dude, listen. I will go out on a winter day, wear the fingerless gloves, wear like a sweater, and my scully cap. And sometimes I'll go outside, shovel the snow, go chim chimmery, chim chimmery, chim chim chiroo.
Don't forget
And
Superfrogulations.
it's funny because when I sing that stuff, the kids nowadays will look at me like, "What is he doing?" Because they have no idea.
Or did you ever see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Once or twice, I've
That's a pretty good one
seen
too.
tidbits because we never owned that particular one.
Yeah.
But there is one movie close enough to like Mary Poppins I grew up watching, Bedknobs and Broomsticks,
Yeah.
with
That's a
the
good one.
woman from Murder She Wrote, I believe, same actress. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one. I've seen that.
And it's funny because the guy who plays the male in that movie with the mustache, I think he's the same guy that played in Mary Poppins, the father figure, right?
I'm not sure.
I'll look up later.
It's been a long time since I've seen Mary Poppins. I mean,
It's a
years.
jolly holiday with Mary.
Yeah. The only time I see Mary Poppins now, every once in a while, you'll see a little tidbit on YouTube where I have part of it out. You know,
Yeah,
with
it's
him
funny.
dancing, with the two of them dancing with the penguins.
I think there is penguins involved. I know that.
Yeah, there's one where they're dancing. They got because he kind of flops around like a penguin a little bit.
And they go, order what you will, there be no bill.
Yeah.
Good
Now, another show
gravy.
that kind of reminds me of a little bit of Mary Poppins. Have you ever seen Nanny McPhee?
Yes, once or twice.
You know, that one kind of reminds me of Mary Poppins in that, she comes in to help the kids.
The nanny.
be a
yes,
nanny.
The nanny, yes. I made a joke once about a movie similar to that, not into the aspect of Mary Poppins, more towards the era. Jim Carrey's series of unfortunate.
Abby Gee, thank you for coming.
Hello, McGee. And the series of unfortunate events version of Jim Carrey. Now that we're family, I could be the ultimate dad.
I've never
Okay.
seen that one.
Oh, you'd have to look it up. It's the one where he goes, "Hello, hello, hello. I am your beloved Count Olaf." That one, you'd have to look it up. I don't know. Let us not forget the Grinch version of that.
Yeah. I liked him in The Mask.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Smoking.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I love that one. Did you know the guy from The Mask 2 died? What's his name? The actor. He played the guy from The Mask 2 who wore the mask.
I don't know if I ever watched Mask 2.
There was a Mask 2 that involves the baby, but I can't think of his name. I know it.
If I watched it, I didn't like it as much as the original.
Well, most of us don't like it as much as we like the original. You know, it's really peeving, grinding my gears recently. Is they're saying, "Oh, we're gonna make a Spaceballs too." I'm like, "No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, you ain't." Because the problem with that is that there are one or two actors that aren't available. One being John Candy playing as the Chewbacca knockoff Barf. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Barf.
From Spaceballs. I saw this
Spaceballs.
and I'm like,
I
y'all.
love Spaceballs.
I saw this advertisement like, let's make a Spaceballs too. I'm like, y'all are freaking insane.
And
you can't. It's impossible.
I'm trying to think of his name.
Not because actors aren't available per se, but because you cannot reproduce the exact concept to the amount of goodness that was the original of this. This is one
Not
of those
Gene
things.
Wilder. What's that guy's name?
Which one?
The one that played the Yoda character in Spaceballs.
Yogurt. He's
Yogurt.
a little guy. I'm trying to think of that.
He's not really a little guy.
I know, but I'm trying to think what his name was. Good gravy. Hold on, give me a sec. By the power, let me have the
May the Schwartz be with you.
Yeah, the guy that calls himself Yogurt.
Yeah.
Google. Why am I typing Google? Dude, this is Lee,
Spaceballs, yogurt.
See, Lee, this is one of the main struggles I have in life with my ADHD. I go to type something in the search bar when I can clearly just search in the search bar, and I'm thinking Google and I'm typing Google at the same time. When I can just type in the search bar. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Hey,
trying to.
I signed out the other day before I even signed in.
What do you mean?
I was thinking about going home already when I got to work, and instead of hitting the button for clocking in, I hit the button clock out. So I had to sign back in.
All right, hold on. I'm looking into what the looking at what.
He was not Gene Wilder, but he was also in the
Okay. We have.
Blazing Saddles. He was the
Where-
mayor. Work.
I'm trying to find the guy that plays Yogurt. Where is the actor that plays Yogurt? There's Laser Gunner. Nope. Nope. Next. No. Oh, come on. I know he's here on this list. You know what really grinds my gears is trying to. Barf is John Candy, as I knew it, and they pulled out his picture because
Bill Pullman was the
guy that was like the hero, except he was both
he was basically
Han Solo and
Han
Luke
Solo, yeah.
Skywalker. Yeah, he pulled both strings on that one. Short order cook. No, I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Short is, and he was short, but I don't think that's the guy I'm looking for. Dink. Who the hell is Dink? There's two guys that play the word Dink as no. Hold on, where? Hold on. I know I'm not. Wait, Tony.
nope.
No. A lot of dinks involved in
Who
this.
played the mayor? No, not mayor. It was governor.
Organist,
Who played the governor in Blazing Saddles?
Yogurt, Newman, Sun Cruiser Diver, Naughty.
Mel Brooks.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks is the one that played Yogurt.
No.
You got to remember, yeah. Who played Yogurt in Spaceballs?
Well, I'll be.
Mel Brooks.
That's weird. President Scroob. Huh. Well, could have fooled me.
But I knew. Like I said, it
Wow.
was just
Dang. And Bill Pullman in the movie of Spaceballs, he plays a guy called Lone Star.
Lone Star. Yeah.
Quite the name. You have Skywalker, that's the star part of it, and then Han Solo, which is the lone part of it, makes him sound like the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
You can tell they try to put those two pieces together.
Yeah.
Now, where's the Dark Helmet? I know he's still alive, but the question is he gonna pull a string and get back into gear? Because the advertisement of Spaceballs 2 did feature that guy was gonna try again. And I'm like, dude, I appreciate that. I really do. But at the same time, you don't have all the actors in the puddle of people that are going to try this. So
Well, they could do a Spaceball 2 and have it in the
recast
future,
it,
maybe
but
be their kids or
maybe. But
hey,
it's
girlie, thanks for coming.
it's just not going to be the same. It's not the same.
Well, I believe it. It won't be the same, but you got to
Yeah.
remember now. A lot of the younger generation won't
Yeah.
remember Spaceballs.
Yeah, well, I see. That's the only part where I give it a pass. You know what's another one they said they're going to try to do a 2 of? Get ready for this. Forrest Gump. Where they do a Forrest Gump 2 and talk about Forrest when he's older and his son in the movie. Young Forrest is older. And guess who they said was to play young Forrest?
Who?
Matthew Calumet, I think is his name. The one that played Wonka. I don't know if that's the actual thing, Matthew.
Matthew McConaughey?
No, it's not him. Hold on. I hope I'm. Yeah, it's Timothy Chalamet. Sorry, not Matthew Chalamet. Timothy
Right.
Chalamet. Guy that played in the Wonka movie where he played a young Willy Wonka trying to start out as a chocolate factory guy.
Yeah.
They said Timothy Chalamet was going to try to pull a Forrest Gump too. I'm like, you see that I kind of grasp being a possible, timeline wise. Forrest gets older, son gets older. That I kind of see happen.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's like, do you watch NCIS?
yes, I tend to give.
Have you watched?
I
Have you
tend to.
watched the
I tend
originals?
to give my.
Origins, I mean. Have you
Huh?
watched NCIS Origins?
Oh yes, my mom watches that on the time when was his
And
name? Jethro
it's Gibbs talking about his past when he was younger.
Yeah, when he watched what happened to his wife and kid, the
Yeah,
rules,
but I mean, it's
the rules, and how the rules are started. Those rules they have.
Yeah, how the rules come about.
It's funny because when you say Gibbs, I was telling friends, I'm like, dude, I watch NCIS so much, and I watched it so much in high school. Whenever my friends in high school said something, still automatic response is Gibbs slap right to the back of the head.
Yeah. But, oh yeah, I love NCIS.
Dude, there will never be a more proper NCIS team. Even in Origins, I will give them a pass given it's the same team. Than Jethro Mother Heffin Gibbs. Okay, dude, that guy was top tier, best.
Well, I
dude, he's funny. But if you look at the side of it, there was an episode, I can't remember which one, where a kid's father died or was murdered, etc. Petty officer murder. What the NCIS investigates.
it was a kid's father who was a Navy commander or something.
And his father got killed in some sort of crime.
And Gibbs was watching over the kid.
And he was helping build the tree. And it's funny because it kind of touched my heart because the kid says, well, I don't want people to see me cry. And then Gibbs looked at him and says, you stand up straight and look up to the sky. No one will see you cry. And the passive moment reason is because there will be others crying. They will be too busy crying to see you cry. It's one of those things that touches my heart as an individual. I may not, well, I am technically, we are a part of our military family. Great grandfather was Navy, World War One or two, I can't remember.
Well, I'm former Navy myself.
My dad, Air Force. I've already told you who my great uncle is, Adrian Cronauer, the Good Morning Vietnam. My dad's Michael Cronauer. My dad's grandfather, who we've always known as grandfather, Army, military of some kind. He served in Desert Storm. My grandma gives me vague details about the military service in our family. It's very vague.
All right, hey Tim, you take care, man. Tell your girlfriend hi.
Yeah, take care, Tim. Sorry if I'm making this boring.
You too, girly.
And dude, Lee, but bottom line, dude, I'm happy I got to see you. I was like worried, kind of. I'm like, boom, 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 hard going. I'm like, dude, is Lee
like
okay?
I said, I'm here in the States every Saturday evening. In the Philippines, it's every Sunday morning. I fluctuate the time I start here to match the time in the Philippines.
Yeah, and Lee,
so once I move to the Philippines, I'll keep my same time there, but the time will fluctuate here still. Because I'll do it on Sunday morning unless people tell me they prefer I do it at a different time.
Yeah, and Lee,
then I'll follow that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll probably change my channel name to something like Triple L or LLL in the Philippines.
Like how we call LV,
Yeah, well,
I still remember that.
The L and the V is just a way of saying her name's LV.
Yeah, I get it. I know.
But I'm just saying, I may go change mine to Triple L.
I want to tell you guys
Lazy Larry Lee in the Philippines. Say either Triple L in the Philippines or LLL in the Philippines.
Yeah, and Lazy Larry Lee, I have a recent current event that has happened in our life, a family. My brother Darius got married. He's the first of all 4 of his siblings to actually put the ring on it. he is married not to a Filipina, he is married to a Brazilian Portuguese woman. And what makes things even more interesting is my brother now speaks fluent Brazilian Portuguese.
Well,
Very fluent. I have watched.
I'll be honest with you. I doubt if I'll ever be fluent in any dialect of the Philippines. I'll learn wherever I end up at. I'll learn some terms like salamat is thank you.
Yeah, salamat po.
And I think it depends. I'm not sure if this is Tagalog or if it's Visaya, but is yes.
It's funny because my brother Darius was speaking to his stepson because his wife already had a kid prior. He son goes out and Darius says, "Oi, no bebe." And Grandma and I took a look and he's like, "Oh no, bebe in the language is drinking." So he was telling him no drinking, and I'm like, "Oh, thank goodness." It's one of the things us Americanized Englishmen get confused by. There are certain words we use in our English and that others use that means something completely different. That's the interesting part when it comes to language.
Oh yeah, like I said, well, you take where Dan lives. All right, it's spelled Bay. All right.
Yeah,
that would be. For us, that would be bye-bye. For them, it's baby.
It's funny. Oh, what am I thinking of? Oh, I completely lost train of thought. No, it's okay. But yeah, I've learned a couple of terms in the guy I live with, Nepali, like bye. This is a good one. Bye, like for us, saying bye is bye, but in their language, it means brother.
Oh yeah, it's hand gestures mean different things too.
Yeah, for I'm not gonna show it because we try to keep PG.
Well,
but for us,
we give the bird one way, and the Italians give it another.
Yeah, we give the middle finger. That's our first.
Yeah, and they do the arm gesture.
And no, what in the pot? And I found this out the hard way, unfortunately. I thought the bro says, do you promise me you get this done? I went to pinky promise him. Big no, because unlike us who put the middle finger up to say something like that, theirs is actually the pinky. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, it's okay, you didn't know. And I'm like, oof.
What does it mean? Where?
So you know how we put the middle finger?
Yeah, we flip the bird. I understand what you're saying.
But in their country, the bird is actually the pinky. Because they do like that instead of that. So that's the part where I fouled up so bad. And the thing is, I had no idea that was the case.
If you get mad at somebody and you're used to flipping the bird,
we go to
now you're in another country, that might mean something totally different.
Or they just might look at what's he doing? What is he doing?
What's that?
They're confused. What are you doing? They're not at that point. They don't get offended. They're just like, huh? But, it's like when you come over here to the United States, pulling the pinky bit, they'll flip somebody off. They'll say, "No, I'm not doing pinky promise for you," kind of deal. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of concept back and forth. But yeah, it's an interesting concept by culture and stuff, And I will say, my brother's wife is a sweet. She's actually really kind, and she actually wicked good cook. Her family is.
You take the in the Philippines, if a woman normally gets mad at you, she doesn't scream or yell. She goes quiet.
The culture.
She won't talk to you. She won't tell you what's wrong.
Yes, and that's very different from women here.
And
women here will scream and shout at you like no tomorrow.
See, and she may not talk to you for a few minutes or a couple days. It's called tempo.
Yeah.
And to some guys, they might be, hey, look, I got peace and quiet. I can watch the TV without interruption. And others, are going, what the heck's going on? What'd I do?
Mm.
and they won't tell you. Now, as you know, we prefer to know if we did something wrong so we don't do it again.
Mm.
Or if it's something that, hey, look, I'm going to do it again, but it does. I don't mean to offend you, but it just take.
Mm.
You look at another woman, and you may get tempo. All right, I'm sorry. In our country, we look at other women.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
well,
I'm not.
this is what my
Yeah.
dad would say, and he was married, never cheated on my mom. But
Mm-hmm.
what he would say, just because I'm on a diet, which means I'm married, doesn't mean I can't look at the menu. Other women.
Yeah, I've heard that quote a lot. Actually, I've heard it from other guys, younger
Yeah,
too.
that
Excuse
and
me,
that's
Barbara.
it's just we're she's attractive. We looked. If an attractive guy walks by, I'm not going to get mad at her for looking. Now,
It's the
if she
term of
flirts
it's one of
or
those.
if she
You
stares,
can
there's a
look.
difference.
Yeah, there's a other phrase cousin to that. Like you can look, but you can't touch.
Yeah. Look, but no touch.
There was a joke I remember from Jeff Dunham where it's like where he says being what was the joke? Gay Mary's like buy a new car, and he says this, and he's like getting the new model comes. They go, oh, honey, can I just sit in it? It's like, oh no, bro, did not just go there.
No. I had a guy once said that it was okay for guys to cheat, not women. And the reason he
Ooh,
says,
big
it's like
no-no.
your car, you know. When you come home, you don't want another car parked in your garage. You can park your car in a different garage. You know, as long as she doesn't have, in other words, if she's not married, you park your car in her garage and you go home and park your car in your own garage. That's not the same thing. If you can park your car in another garage, she ought to be able to let a car park in her garage. You know, in other words,
Exactly.
another old expression is what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Okay.
Or what's good for the gander is good for the goose. What's
Explain,
good for
because that
one,
one's
good
a
for
little bit
the
new
other.
to me. It's the same concept, is what you're saying? Same thing? The
Yeah.
goose gander one? Okay. Just what? If it was, I was about to ask for an explanation, but nah, it's okay.
Yeah, but like I said, though,
Same concept.
if I'm with somebody and I can cheat, I can't get mad at her if she cheats.
Exactly.
I'm not going to cheat, so I can get mad at her if she does.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good chance that would end the relationship. One of the reasons
Exactly.
I never got married when I was younger is I knew I wasn't ready to settle down.
Exactly.
So within a few
It's one-
months, I'd be looking at something else.
That's one of the main things that most men or even women sometimes go through is that they're never at those times they're not ready to settle down. They're not ready to give up their
And
free
they
time,
settle
free
down
life.
and then they run around.
Yeah, it's like no, you see. This
You
is
don't
why I
settle
don't
down until you're ready to settle down.
exactly. And this is what I mean by when I tell people, and I've had people tell me, "Retro, you're so attractive. You're so out there. You should get with someone and settle down." I'm like, good luck getting me to settle down. I am balls to the walls, busy on the YT verse. I have zero time or patience to settle
Let's
down.
be honest about it. Here in the States,
Yeah.
what's the benefit of getting married for the man?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. You get married here in the States where there's a divorce is legal. In a few years, she gets, hey, look, you're boring. We're not doing, or whatever. She divorces you and you lose over half your stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I refuse to get
She
into
doesn't
a
lose
relationship.
half hers. You lose half yours. And that's if you don't have kids. If you have kids, now you're on the hook for the
For
kids.
child support.
For child support until they're out of college, if they go to college. Oh, by the way, you're paying for that college on top of it. You're paying for all their clothing. You got to get,
Yeah, I know, I get it. And it's funny, not funny in the sense of funny, haha, like funny kind of interestingly.
I understand people growing apart. And I understand it. And I truly believe if you have kids, you should support those kids. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, you know, it's very touchy because my mom was always going after my dad for child support, but me being a kid, I didn't really care for my dad giving me money or cars. Mom and grandma was like, "Oh, he never sent you a birthday card, this and that." It's like I know the guy has no money. I've seen what our other stuff has told me about him bankrupt. I'm not looking for money from him. I'm looking for validation that he still thinks of me deep down. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
It's
like I
like
said, but I'm just saying, no, if you support your kid, you're thinking of your kid. If you willingly support your kid, you think of your kid.
yeah, it's like no, I'm not looking for him to send me a bill or like
No,
by
but
bill I mean cash.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
like
like I said, I would, if I have a kid,
so
which at my age, I don't
probably-
believe I will. But if I
probably
had
no,
a kid,
yeah.
I'd want to be in, even if I wasn't married to his mother, I'd want to be involved in his life a little bit. I want to be able to spend time with him so he can know me. And like I said, and I'm willing to give her the money to help keep a roof over his head, put
Yeah.
food in his stomach, and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. Because I believe if I had the fun to create that kid, I ought to be
Yeah.
responsible enough to take care of that kid.
My dad did everything he could to try to get scrounge up money for me. It's just the problem was bills
Oh yeah.
on his own end, and I tried explaining to mom like, "Hey, he's doing all he can. Cut the guy some slack. He's got a terrible wage on a job that he's currently working, and it's terrible wage there, and he's trying to pay for his bills as well as trying to pay your child support that you have him do. So cut the guy some slack." I get it. Child support is important, but also the guy is trying to pay for his own. You know what I mean? That's the only pass I see on this. So he's trying to pay for his own like rent as well as trying to pay the child support. Because let me tell you, my dad tried telling me, he's like, "Dude, I love you more than the ends of the earth. It's just I am doing everything I can to both pay for your child support for your mother and also my bills, so I'm not homeless and still can't pay child support regardless."
You ever hear do you know who Jerry Reed is, the country singer?
Vaguely.
Have you ever heard his song, "She Got the Gold Mine and I Got the Shaft"? We put everything down the middle and she got the better half.
Vaguely, I've heard the expression before, and I
forget what she's living on alimony and I'm working 2 jobs and eating bologna.
No, I wouldn't mind a couple slices of bologna. Let me tell you something. Since you
Yeah, but
said
they say
bologna,
that's all they can afford.
hey, listen. My mom told me one time. She says, if all we can afford is bologna in this house, Zach wouldn't feel any different as long as there's freaking meat on the table.
Yeah.
I told her, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't care if it's like any kind of meat. Let me tell you something. If bologna is all we can afford, I'm like, yes, TV dinners every day. Let's do it.
Well, I used to take bologna, fry it, and then make a grilled cheese bologna sandwich.
Oh, you're talking like what my brother Darius used to do.
My younger brother loved it when I made that for him.
Oh man, dude,
I
Darius,
lived with my younger brother for a while.
Let me tell you something. Growing up in the town I lived in the state when we first moved here when I was younger, I'd wake up in the morning after, and this would be the morning after getting to it with my grandma, because again, me and grandma didn't always see eye to eye, even in young age, because of the whole dad situation and me wanting to know my father. Mom and grandma kind of didn't want me to find out who he was. They felt a bit uncomfortable with him. Not that he was a criminal or anything. He was just, that was a word they used. I just don't remember what it is, nor do I want to.
Yeah.
But, Dad was a good man, and I don't think Grandma wanted me to see him. I guess she felt he was a deadbeat or something. He never beat his kids.
Well, my grandmother didn't like my dad either. He was my oldest sister's stepdad. The rest of us, he was our dad. The 7 kids, he was the father of 6 of us.
Yeah, so it was a weird situation.
And she didn't like my dad because when my mom married my dad, she had been living with my grandma and grandpa. And my grandma spoiled my oldest sister. That was her favorite because she, the little girl living with her. And so when my mom and dad got married, my sister went with them, and I think she resented my dad for that.
Mm,
She didn't like us kids because she didn't like our dad.
mm.
And she resented us kids too.
That's the sad
Yeah.
part about it. So the teacher's favorite goes
Yeah.
away, and then the
But
others get
my
scolded. for it.
grandfather was. I loved my grandfather. I didn't like my grandmother because of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
but
my grandmother's changed over the course of years, though. She's lost that spiteful behavior. She's not exactly what they call a screecher. She doesn't yell for nothing anymore. For the
my
little things.
grandma Lee, my dad's mom, she loved
Yeah.
all of us kids. So,
Yeah.
but,
My grandma loved us, but she was not the nicest when it came to telling us to do as we're told. She was strict. She was very rude about it too. She used any method in the book to convince us kids to behave, not physical method like verbal like scolding methods, and they were not the nicest terms. So, but over the course of time, Graham became more docile and more docile. Like my grandma's lost a ton of weight. She's no longer like this anymore. She's also very old. She's gotten gray hairs like from
well, my grandmother, she lived to be around 71, 72. She died in 71. I was thinking she's
Yeah.
older than my grandfather by a year, and he would have been 71. He was
Grand-
born
my-
1900.
Yeah, my
He died in
grams.
90 he died in 92 at 92.
Yeah, my grams biological mother. I can't remember her name. If it was Margaret or something.
Yeah.
But she died at a young age, some sort of heart issue. But
Well,
our
my-
actual
my
great
grandfather
grandmother.
on my dad's side died
Go ahead.
young. I never met him. My dad was only about 10 years old when his dad died.
Yeah, my
And
grandfather.
his mother lived to be in her 80s, mid to late 80s. I knew her.
Well, here's the thing. That's the tricky part about our biological grandfather is he's alive. We just never met him because he's kind of a piece of work, according to Graham. He was abusive.
Well, like I said, my dad's dad died when my dad was 10.
So
He came from a family of 8. There was 2 girls, then 6 boys.
Yeah, so far from what we know, my grandfather, the only grandfather figure we had was Dustin, DJ as we call him.
I'll tell you a strange fact about my mom's dad and his dad. Okay.
Oh, I love
my
facts,
grandfather, and my
strange
great
ones.
grandfather.
Oh, I like strange facts. Let's tap in on
like
that.
I said, they were both married 50 years to their last wife.
Okay.
Well, my grandfather, his first wife,
Okay.
but they got married on the same day, and were married 50 years.
Uh-huh.
Now, my grandfather passed away. His wife of 50 years was his third wife.
Hello, hello,
He outlived 2
Tamadas.
wives.
There's someone that said hello in the chat.
Tama, hello, Tama. How you doing?
Hello, Tama. How you doing? All right,
And
continue.
anyway,
Sorry.
like I said, my great grandfather outlived 2 wives. Now, his first wife was my grandfather's mother. She
Okay.
died right after childbirth.
Mm.
Now, the mother that raised my grandfather died when he was a teenager, I believe. But later, he was older, like
A lot of math-
18, somewhere in
Dang,
there.
a lot of math problems we're pulling here. Hey, Lee.
Yeah. But anyway, then my great grandfather got married again, but it was the same day. They had a double wedding. My grandfather and great grandfather got married on the same day, double wedding. They were married for, how I found out they were married for over 50 years, both of them on the same day, was we were having a 50 wedding anniversary
And
party.
they both showed up with
Well,
their
no,
cake and everything.
I found out that's what it was for both of them because they got married the same day.
Yeah.
'Cause you would expect them both to show up because it's a party.
You know what's even funnier
But
about
then you
that?
find out it's for both of them.
Lee, I want to tell you, you just made me think of something regarding that. So you're saying the same day was both their wedding anniversaries, right? That's the funny part about my brother Darius and our step grandfather. Regarding birthday, they both were born, have their birthday March 2nd.
Well, you take my oldest sister.
Yeah, it's like, we
She
had to
got
put all-
married. She got
yeah.
married on my third to the oldest sister's birthday.
Yeah.
All right. And she
Mhm.
wasn't planning on it being her birthday. My oldest sister was a teacher, a school teacher.
Mm.
And that was the first day after school that year that they could get married and start their honeymoon.
Oh.
It happened to be my sister's birthday,
Oh.
December 22nd.
Hmm.
Now, her oldest son, keeping the family tradition,
Family
got
tradition.
married
What's that?
on his younger brother's 20th birthday.
Oh my God, there's a lot of ding, 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 ding. If this was a
Oh.
pinball machine, like ding, ding, ding.
I know how
ding,
long
ding.
David's been married because all I got to do is take 20 years off of Tim's age.
I'm gonna have so much math problems in my head tonight. No offense, Lee. I just stink at math.
Well, now Dave's age is easy to keep track of because he
Oh,
was
boy.
born the day they landed on the moon.
Oh, you mean the moon landing?
The moon landing. My
The
oldest nephew
one
was born
small
that
step
day.
for man, one big giant leap for mankind. That one.
That was the day he was born.
Oh God, this is, dude, you're pulling some serious lore here.
Well,
And when I
60
say
that
it,
was in
when
69.
yes, 69. We all know what happens in 69. Summer
But
of 69.
anyway, his brother was born in 72.
When was my? I think my mom was born 72 or 74.
See, I'm older than your mother.
Hold on, I need to check what year Elvis died because I'm pretty sure that's the year mom was.
Elvis died in 78.
No, you're right. It wasn't 72 or so if I was 78.
He died
Mom
in
may
August.
have.
If I remember
Well,
right, it was August of 78.
You're right. You're right. Mom probably said she was close to the time when he died. Mom was around when Elvis was around, like in his comeback years versus
That was it. Hang on a minute. Give me this one.
guys. I'm for anyone that has struggled with math in school. We apologize.
What was
Not-
the date that Elvis Presley died?
What?
August 16th. I was wrong. It was 77.
Close. Hey, give yourself a pat back. You were close.
I knew it was August,
Excuse me. Sorry, that was not intentioned.
but it was August 16th, 1977.
Yeah.
I was, and the reason why I knew it was 77 or 78, I was in the Navy. I was out in Pacific Beach, Washington
Mm-hmm.
on shore duty. Now,
Shore duty?
I was
Shore duty. Shore duty.
yeah, on shore duty. I did over 6 years in the Navy.
Oh, that kind
I
of
did
shore
over
duty.
6
I was thinking
I
Coast
was
Guard, but
on
go
shore
ahead.
duty.
Okay, when
in
you said
Pacific
shore duty,
Beach,
I was
Washington.
thinking Coast Guard, but
Little-
go ahead.
A little old town of about 500 people or so. The base only had about 110 of us. But I was, my last job of the day, the work day, was the barber shop. I was a barber.
You said town of 100 and what? Sorry,
About
go ahead.
500 people in the town and about 110 on base.
That is
base
not
of
that
only
many
about
people. That is a
110 people.
very, that's a very small population.
Tell me about it. But anyway, like I said, I was a barber.
yeah, you
and
look
right
like a
across
barber. You
the
look like
hall
you're
from
not
the
cut
barber
hair.
shop was the enlisted man's club.
A what kind of club?
The enlisted man's club.
Enlisted.
Yes, not the officers, not the chiefs, the enlisted.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, so I got off work that day, and I walked across the hallway to have a drink like I usually did back in
Yep,
those days.
cheers.
I was a drinker. And when I walked in, that's when I heard Elvis Presley died.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
the worst time to hear a legend dies is when you walk into a bar
Yeah.
and you're about ready to have a drink for celebratory reasons, and then you hear that. It's like, oh man, no, I'm not here for celebratory drinks. I'm here to drink out of sadness.
Yeah, but that's how I found out Elvis Presley died. So yeah, that was like I said, I knew it was 77 or 78 because it was in August,
yeah,
and I was
well,
on shore duty.
You know, Leslie, I bet you after you were done with your drink, you took your car straight to the Heartbreak Hotel after that. See what I
Now,
did there? See what I did there?
Was you a John Wayne fan?
John Wayne, you're talking Green Berets, The Quiet Man. Yes, I actually do like a couple of his movies.
You ever
I
see
do.
the? I think it's McHugh. He's a cop out of Seattle.
Oh no, I don't think I've seen that. I've seen Big Jake. I've seen the Green Berets. I've seen.
I believe the name of the show is McHugh.
How do you spell it?
He's a Seattle cop.
McHugh. I hope.
Just put down MCQ.
Okay, I'm on it. Yes, it's with John Wayne. I can see it.
It's a
Okay.
Seattle. He's a Seattle cop.
Huh. Yeah, I see it. It looks older in this one, kind of.
Well, that was made in mid 70s.
Yeah, I could tell.
I want to say about 75.
Yeah, I can see that. It's
All
not-
right.
yeah, I'm trying to find an image.
At the end of the movie, there's this, towards the end of the movie, there's this beach.
Oh, it's a
scene.
movie. My bad.
Yeah. There's this beach scene where they're running up and down this beach in their cars shooting at each other.
Yeah.
That beach is Pacific Beach, Washington.
Yeah.
My base overlooked that beach.
Yeah.
I got there a couple of years after they made it. Like I said, I got there in 77. So that was around 75 they made that movie.
Yeah.
And the locals were still talking about when John Wayne was in town shooting that movie. Now they show them entering the beach underneath these railroad tracks. The railroad trestles that goes over it.
Yeah.
That's at the end of my base where I was at. They had to clear the sand out because there's no way that car would have drove in there if they hadn't cleared the sand out to let them drive in.
Yeah, there's another movie, I think, besides Green Berets, that was like a military-based movie, like war movie. I'm trying to think what it was.
Oh, there's quite a few war movies.
There was one where it was like D-Day. I'm trying to think which one.
The Longest Day.
The young, I think it was, maybe. Hold on. Let me
John
look-
Wayne was in The Longest Day.
Let me see if it was The Longest Day or not. The Longest Day.
There's the
Yeah, it looks like it's that one. It looks like he's in that one. I think that's the one with the guy.
Oh, he was in The Longest Day.
Yeah, I recognize.
So
I
was,
recognize.
Sean Connery.
Okay,
Sean Connery was in The Longest Day.
okay, I recognize the cover right now. I remember it. Yep.
That's a long movie, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, I know. Someone's like, Zach, I don't think you want to watch that one. I'm like, why? Is it too gory? Like, no, you might not be able to sit still long enough. I'm like, how long is it? They showed me
About 3 hours.
They showed me the back of VHS. I'm like, nope.
Oh no, you want to watch it at home because then you can pause it and go to the bathroom, get up, move around, come back and finish watching it.
Yeah, I know.
You
Right?
go to the theater. You go to the theater with a movie that long. Back in the day, they would have an intermission where they'd stop the movie about halfway through. You go to the bathroom. You can go get something to drink.
Oh yeah,
They always had an intermission that was long enough for you to go to the bathroom if you wanted to go to the bathroom.
I think there was maybe one other movie like that in an actual movie theater we actually went to in the 2000s to visit where they had an intermission. You had to take time to use the bathroom.
And what they would do during the commercial, during the intermission, they'd play music.
Exactly. Yeah.
They'd have it up there and there'd be music playing. I think it showed how long the intermission was going to be. So when you come back in, you knew how much longer you had to wait. And yeah, any movie, hey Rain, thanks for coming. But any movie that was much over 2 hours usually had an intermission
Yeah.
back in the day.
God, and it's funny when you think about it. There are so many celebrities we grew up watching on television. Most of them are gone now. Like, there's one particular movie franchise. I'm not talking about some franchise where the actor's dead. It's just the actor gets replaced. For example, if we're talking some cop stuff, and I'm at a comedy aspect to it, Naked Gun.
Oh yeah,
The original actor was
Liam Nelson.
Yeah. Well, now they got Liam Neeson, sir.
Neeson.
But I'm talking about the OG actor from Naked Gun, the original with the gray white hair.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name.
Hold on, I got you. Hold on.
He did
The original-
Naked Gun 2, Naked Gun. What was it? Three and a third.
I'm looking for the original Naked Gun. Naked
Yeah,
Gun.
but that's what I was saying. There was like 3 Naked Guns.
I
It's
know.
the
I'm looking.
original.
Okay, guy. I'm looking at the actual movie. I'm trying to think of who the actor was. Give me a sec. All right, you have.
Read the names and I'll tell you which one's the star.
I'm trying to find an actual casting list while accidentally grabbing up the new one that just came out. That's the worst part of this. OG Naked Gun by Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Okay, yeah, I remembered it. Wait, O.J. Simpson as Officer North. Wait,
Yeah, OJ was in it.
dude, damn.
Yeah,
That whole
there was
movie-
like 2. There was at least 2 Naked Guns. With
I
that
know, but what gets me is that O.J. Simpson's a criminal serving time in prison.
cast. Not when these were made. No, this is before he ever got in trouble.
Priscilla Presley was also in the movie, apparently. Look at that.
Who's that?
Priscilla Presley was also in the movie. Elvis's wife. She played Jane
Yeah.
Spencer. Wow, talk about freaking lore. You have two of news title best title people. You have O.J. Simpson, and he's not best person. It's just news likes to mention him a lot. Criminal serving time, and then you have Priscilla Presley, wife, former wife to the king of rock and roll, or right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Elvis
weird.
Presley was the king of rock and roll.
You know what really gets me though is that his daughter Lisa Presley was once married or dating, whatever, going out with the king of pop, Michael Jackson.
I
That's
think they
what
were
really-
married. I think
They weren't married, but they were seeing each other. That's.
I
the
believe they
thing.
got married.
No, they. Oh, you mean Elvis and Priscilla?
No,
You're ju-
Lisa and Presley and Michael Jackson got married.
They did, huh?
If I remember right.
Oh yeah, because Jackson has kids. He named one of them Blanket. Was that the one? No,
No,
but he does have children.
he has 2 kids.
One of them is called Blanket Jackson. Named one of them Blanket, from what I imagine. Michael Jackson.
Some of these celebrities have some wild names for the kids.
I know. I knew a
Victorian
family.
Society, thanks for coming.
You know what's really funny? Not really funny, but weird. But it's also kind of interesting. I have a friend I used to know. He has a daughter, right? So he loved video game franchises so much, he actually named his daughter Zelda.
Zelda?
Yeah, he named his daughter actually like Zelda, like Princess Zelda.
Oh, Zelda's not as weird as Blanket.
Agreed. That's why I'm taking off the Blanket part of it. But it is nice that I'm not talking about weird at that point. I just think it's cool that he named his daughter Zelda. My only concern is how annoyed his daughter is going to get by her name being heard
Well,
by people and
there was one
schooling up.
kid. One celebrity kid was named Soy Moonfry.
Huh?
That's an actress.
Tell me,
Soy Moonfry.
how do you spell it? No offense.
Oh man.
even you don't know how to spell it. That's how sad it is.
Well, Moonfry's MOON.
Well, yeah, that's
All the FRY.
That's the. Oh, I think I found it. All
Well, she's
right.
the child actress.
Solel Moonfry, but who is she a daughter to?
Well, it should say parents.
Well, parents. Born August, spouse. Damn it. Who's her parents? Come
A lot
on.
of these kids were born in the 60s.
I really wish people would give a brother some. Oh, here it is. Parents. Thank God for auto tune and
Yeah.
auto search. Virgil Fry, but who is the mother? I wonder. That's the father figure. Where's the mother? You can't have a kid without mother involvement. Come on now.
Especially that long ago.
Okay, I see a picture I'm showing with her father figure, and there's a woman in the picture. I'm trying to think who is in that picture.
Now, when was she born? 1960 what?
Okay. Okay, hold on. Back up. All right. She was born 1976, according to this.
76? Okay, later than I thought.
Mm,
From the free love generation, buddy.
I can tell, given the outfits. Typical hippie 60s style outfits.
Yeah.
This is no. Don't get me wrong. This is kind of screaming some Cher energy. Just saying, kind of.
But like I said, I mean, you know, I thought when they, I'm trying to remember who it was, Gwyneth Paltrow maybe, named her daughter Apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
What was her last name? I wonder.
Well, her mom's name was Paltrow.
Apple Paltrow.
I don't know if that's her last name or not. Her Paltrow, the one that played on Friends.
Hold on. You're pulling some serious lore names here, and I'm trying to keep up. if this was Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic would be looking at me and go, "You're too slow," and I'm like,
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, Zelda, I'll take that name.
I'll take Link anytime you want.
I mean, you know, there's some weird names out there, but
Well, and if you think Link is not a weird name, because you know what Link is short for? Lincoln.
yeah. But
You know, there
I'm
how
just
many
saying, though,
guys? You know how many guys' first names are Lincoln, and someone called them like, "Link, come over here. I need your help with something." You know what I mean?
yeah, Lincoln's not that weird of a name. That's a last
It's
name.
not
that
weird.
somebody
It's
used
not.
for a first name.
It's
It's
not
like
a-
Lee. You got a lot of people with their first name Lee. It's a last name, but they gave it to people for first names. They
exactly.
do that a
and,
lot. A lot
you
of
know,
times, especially in the South, a lot
yeah.
of times a woman's maiden name
Uh-huh.
will be one of their kids' first or middle name.
Mm.
That's a common South thing.
Hey, speaking of South, question if I may. You ever played that text adventure game Zork? Return to Zork, if I may?
No, I'm not much of a gamer.
Well, the way you said South, I just got a quote, my favorite quotes from that game. There's a wizard that pops up on the orb. He's like, ask that old fool where the South is. And I can't. There's a lot of dude. This is why I call myself retro, not because I know a lot of references. It's because I'm a walking fucking archive. I'm a walking verbal archive. I'm like one of those CNC buttons. Like pick your topic, press a button, speaker blabs it out. You know what I mean?
I know a lot about nothing.
Well, anyway, Lee, it's getting close to 10 o'clock at night. It's like 9:29. I don't want to be on here too long because they go to
Well,
bed.
that's fine. We'll go ahead and end this one.
But Lee,
I'll probably go over and see
altogether,
if
dude,
Elvy's
I am
still
so happy
doing
I got to
hers.
see you, dude.
Elvy was doing one. I'll just go see if she's still doing hers.
You know what's even more ironic is you're not the only one of this week I have just joined. I haven't seen a while. There was another one. Do you know Peaceful Des at all? I would hope Peaceful Des.
Peaceful Days?
Peaceful Des. DEZ. Des.
Des? No, I don't know.
Okay, so you're not close to me. You may not know that her yet. She's another one like this, knows different people on podcasts. She's not from the South initially. She's from my neck of the woods initially. So, but she does do podcasts with people from the South. There's like guys with homes and their name, Belt Loop 29, Devil Dog, you know.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you knew her per chance because a lot of people that are podcasters from the South. Just curious if you know. That's all.
No,
But the point is, I saw her recently and joined her probably yesterday, and I hadn't been seeing her lately either.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is I've been so busy with my personal life as well as my YouTube career as well. I've been so like what's what I'm looking for, hyper focused.
yeah.
That's a word my mom uses in terms with my autism a lot. It's the most common vocabulary word to use. That I have not yet joined panels in a while. I haven't even been focusing much on doing panels because I've been just not even just the streaming aspect. There's been a lot of family events, even with Darius's marriage. There's just been a lot going on. It's been
That happens, man.
Oh,
Life
yeah.
happens.
Life happens and split happens.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, good to see you again, Lee.
Good seeing you, Retro.
Good to
Come
see
up
you too.
anytime when I'm on.
Yeah, well, I'll see if I can catch you again. Because I had
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I'm on and you catch me, you know you're welcome to come up. As long as I
I'll
got
do
that
my
link
best
at the
to come
top.
on, dude.
When I have that link at the top, you're more than welcome to come up.
I'm gonna try to come up because I don't get to see you guys too often. I almost feel deprived sometimes because I don't see
Dan
enough.
doesn't come up very often either because he's usually about ready to go somewhere. He'll stop in and say a couple things.
And him
And then he's got to
Dan
run.
and Minnie got things to do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 'cause it's in
I
the
always
morning.
notice he's going places. He's got errands, and
Well,
that's pretty cool.
It's in the morning in the Philippines.
Well, I know. I kind
You
of
know,
figured. 'Cause,
It was going on when we were going on 9. He was going on 10. You know, because right now they're 13 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
And then during the summer, it's only 12.
Lee, I will catch you next time, okay?
All right, you take care now.
Merry Christmas, brother, and
Merry
happy
Christmas.
nostalgiamas. I'll see
All
you
right,
later.
Happy New Year's if I don't see you next week.
If I don't see you next week, I'll see you next year.
There you go.
See you later.
All right, bye. All right, everyone. It's been going on for 2.5 hours, which is a good long live for me. So I want to thank you all for coming. Michelle, once again, happy birthday. Hannah, thanks for showing up. Rainy, or I want to say Rainy, Ranie. It may be Ranny. I'm sorry. I don't know how you pronounce it for her. A Coin Society, thanks for coming. Crystal, thanks for coming. I don't know who all's still here. So I do want to thank you all for coming in and helping with me with this chat. And so I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I'll probably go check out Elvie, see if she's still doing hers. Although I'll probably stay mostly in the background on that. I'm kind of talked out. But I will be up again next week. Hope to see you all then. And the only thing that'll stop me is if something happens in the family and I have to go somewhere. But otherwise, I'll be up next week. So thanks for coming. Remember now, take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, as always, have fun. Bye, everybody. Have fun.